Wel, mae'n gêm ni heno yn addo i fod yn glasur rhwng dau o'r goreuon yn yr Indigo Prem. Yn y gornel goch a gwyn, Llandovery y pencampwyr presennol sy'n ar frig y tabl a wedi ennill 15 gêm yn olynol. Ac yn y gornel du ac amber, y sialenswyr Casnewydd sy'n edrych am fuddugoliaeth heno i roi hwb i'w gobeithio nhw o orffen uwchben y porthmin.
Jack Davies, gyda un, gyda dau, ac yn i'r asgell, mae Cian Abraham i mewn am ei ail o'r gêm. A mae Llandovery chwarae fel maen nhw wedi drwy'r tymor ar da. Am berfformiad gan Llandovery yn heiddiannol o fod ar brig yr Indigo Prem.
Mae fe wastad yn sgori ceisiau, fydd yn ymddangos ar ei siwrile.
Mae Casnewydd yn dangos pan bod nhw yn mynd fyny i'r ail safle.
Mae'r frwydr am y brig yn yr Indigo Prem dal mlaen yn erbyn Casnewydd a Llandovery.
Wel, mae'r ddau dîm yma yn gyfartal ar 90 pwynt. Y ddau yn saff yn y pedwar ucha, ond pwy bynnag fydd yn ennill yma heno, bydden nhw'n sicrhau eu lle yn y ddau ucha a rhwng cyn-derfynol cartre. A mewn gwirionedd, dim ond 2 bwynt sydd angen ar y ddau dîm yma i sicrhau gêm y cartre ar ddiwedd y tymor. Os mae Llandovery yn gorffen ar y brig, dyma fydda'r tro cyntaf erioed iddyn nhw orffen yna. A lleweithoch chi, mae'n rhywun sy'n dweud bod y Gwanwyn wedi cyrraedd yn dweud celwydd. Mae'n oer, mae'n lif, mae'n wyntog, ond rwy'n falch cael bod mae hyn on rhwng ni Steph Hughes a Ifan Phillips, achos mae'n argoeli i fod yn chwip o gêm, mae'r gweithio ar y modau, mae wedi pallu nawr. Llandovery, gadewch i ni ddechrau gyda nhw, y pencampwyr presennol, maen nhw wedi gwneud 8 newid, ond ni'n disgwyl gêm cystadleuol fodd bynnag. Beth sy'n neud nhw mor gryf, Ifan?
Fi'n credu mae'r ystadegau yn gweud y cyfan, mae'n nhw'n wario 20 o gemau eleni, 4 ar 15 o fuddugoliaethau, dim ond colli 1, felly mae'r cysondeb yna gyda nhw trwy gydol y tymor yn eitha special, ond i fi beth sy'n neud nhw i tico'n dda, mae'r blaenwyr a orlwyr yn gallu cyfuno gyda'i gilydd, a os mae rai nhw ennill trwy sgarmes imidol a sgrymiau, maen nhw'n gobeithio gallu ennill hwnna, ond pan mae'r ymodau yn galluogi nhw'n neud maen nhw'n gallu trafod y bêl trwy'r olwyr, a mae'r blaenwyr a'r orlwyr gallu'r cyfuno'n dda. Mae'r cyfuniad yna rhwng profiad chwaraewyr fel Rodri Jones, Jack Maynard a yn ogystal a'r chwaraewyr sydd ar y bench, ar y fainc, Stuart Worrell, Lee Rees, felly mae hwnna'n eitha special gyda nhw.
A beth am Casnewydd, ti'n gaften ar y dreigiau, felly ti'n nabod lot o boes ma'n dda. Ydyn nhw ddim di ennill y teitl ers 2004, ydyn nhw'n digon dau herio amdani eleni?
Wel, y ffordd maen nhw wedi bod yn chwarae yn ddiweddar, maen nhw wedi cael 11 pwynt bonus yn olynol. Mae'r calfran i gael gyda nhw, yn anffodus iddyn nhw, mae lot o chwaraewyr wedi anafu neu chwarae gyda ni gyda'r dreigiau, felly mae'n mynd i fod yn challenge i weld dyfnder i carfan nhw, yn colli lot o chwaraewyr dylanwadol fel capten Danigen Cymru Harry Ackerman wedi anafu cwpl o boes arall lan hefyd gyda ni, felly diddorol iawn i weld dyfnder carfan nhw, ond mae'r ffordd maen nhw'n chwarae'r gêm yn arbennig, gobeithio amser y tywydd yn gwella.
Reit, wel gadewch i ni roi tymhorau'r ddau di yma yn ei cyd-destun, yng nghyd-destun tymhorau cynt, a mae'n rhaid i ni ddiolch i'n sylwebydd Griff McKee am hwn. Mae fe wedi bod trwy'r archif, ac ers i'r system pwyntiau bonus ddod i fewn yn 2007, dyma'r tîmau sydd ar record orau yn hermau pwyntiau, a mae Casnewydd a Llandovery Ifan ymhlith y goreuon. Federer a Nadal yr Indigo Prem?
Ie, gallwn ni cymaru nhw gyda'r yna, ond fi sy'n teimlo mae hwn yn dangos y safon sydd wedi bod yn y gyngor eleni yma. Llandovery a Casnewydd, maen nhw ar frig y dabl am reswm, ar gyfartaledd mae Llandovery yn gael 4 pwynt a hanner pob gêm, a fel na Steph sôn, gath nhw yn 11 gêm diwetha, maen nhw wedi cael 11 pwynt bonus i Casnewydd, felly mae hwnna'n eitha special, a mae'r cysondeb, mae'r ddoi dîm di dangos trwy gydol y tymor yn wych pob glod nhw.
Ie, 2 dîm llawn hyder a 2 hyfforddwr y llawn hyder, fyd byddwn ni'n tybio, mae Steph Hughes wedi bod yn siarad gyda nhw.
Fi'n cael cwmni ddau hyfforddwr. Yn gyntaf, Sam Hobbs o Casnewydd a Euros Evans o Llandovery. Sam, obviously back from the under-20s. You've drawn the short straw tonight, talking to me, but you boys had 11 bonus points in a row. How has that affected your preparation for this? How excited are you for this opportunity tonight?
Yeah, it's been really, really pleasing. We managed to gain a lot of momentum. I think probably the last month has really tested our squad, but the pleasing thing from that, we found a lot of players who've really put their hands up for this closing stage of the season. Tonight's going to be another formidable test, but we're really, really looking forward to it.
And Ty Morris is away tonight, so are you running the show?
Yeah, I think I left Ty with a lot to cover over the 26 Nations, so I think it was my turn to cover him, to be fair. So he's managed to get a break, and he deserves it. Like, it's been a long season, a tough season, week in, week out. So so he's getting a little bit of a break tonight.
Brilliant. Just on the conditions, obviously the wind has picked up quite a lot here, and the rain is coming in. How has that affected anything you've prepared for this game, or will your tactics alter slightly?
I think probably both sets of coaches are disappointed with the conditions tonight, because I think if we rewind 10 months ago, we played on a sunny Rodney Parade with really perfect conditions. Both teams like to play ball in hand, but having prepped Llandovery over the years, and especially this season, they've got a real all-court game. They can play up front with their power game, their scrum and their driving line out, and they've got the backs to strike as well. So weather may change how much we can throw the ball around, but as usual, it's going to be one lost up front.
Cheers Sam, pob lwc. Euros, chi wedi ennill 15 gêm yn olynol yn dod mewn I hwn. Mae'r boys siwr yn hyderus iawn am y challenge hyn o.
Jyst gwmwn lawr yma, Casnewydd nos iau, dan gole, profiad arbennig i'r boys, jyst gobeithio ni chi troi yna.
A siw mae fe ti I reoli tîm sy'n ennill gymryd o gemau yn olynol? Ydy'n challenge gwahanol I ti I gael y boys yn barod am y gemau?
Fi'n ffodus iawn, mae carfan cryf dy fi, mae carfan gyda lot o profiad ynddo fe hefyd, so mae lot o'r gwaith yna yn cael ei wneud hefyd, so mae criw o fforddwyr dda dyn ni hefyd, so mae'r gwaith yn cael ei rannu mas o pawb.
Gret, diolch o ti, a pob lwc am y gêm.
Diolch I ti, Seth, a ni'n mynd I gael sgwrs nawr gyda un o'r chwaraewyr. Iwan Pwrs-Jones, ni wedi cael cwbl o sgyrsiau dy ti ar y fanc dros yr wythnosau diwetha. Ti'n dechrau Gasnewydd am y tro cyntaf heno. Edrych mlaen?
Ydw, fi'n allu dod ar a chwarae'n dda a hopefully cael y win i'r boys. Oherwydd gêm fawr, cyntaf erbyn ail, so sy'n gallu ofyn am mwy.
Iwan, siwr boi, mae'r amodau yn anodd I weid y lleia. Siwt mae hwnna mynd I effeithio gêm ti ar yr asgell, boi?
Fi'n I probably wneud y symudiadau mwy short a mwy frontline heddiw oherwydd y amodau, ond dal I edrych I chwarae oherwydd hwnna pa fath y tîm ni yn, ond sa'n chi arall I gweld sut ni'n chwarae, a sa'n meddwl mae'r amodau mynd I symud neu newid be ni'n mynd I wneud heddiw.
A ni'n gwybod chi yw dau tîm gorau yn y gyngor ar hyn o bryd. Ydy canlyniad hyn o'n cael unrhyw effaith ar canlyniadau diwedd tymor, gallai fod yn hwb seicolegol, yn ergyd seicolegol?
Wel, ni jyst eisiau mynd allan fyna, trio wneud y gorau I dod allan gyda'r ennill heddiw oherwydd obviously gêm fawr, ond sa'n meddwl bydd e'n cael llawer o ffaith efo y tîm oherwydd ni'n quite uplifted tîm a ni'n hapus efo be bynnag ni'n neud heddiw. So sa'n chi arall I gweld beth sy'n digwydd heddiw.
Really edrych mlaen I weld ti'n mynd. Diolch yn fawr am damser a phob lwc hyn o Iwan, a nawr ni'n mynd nôl I ffeindio Seth sydd dal y mas o'r cae.
A fi yn ochr y car Llandovery, mae'r boys yn twymo lan yn paratoi am y gêm. Ni'n mynd gael sgwrs gyda cwpl o chwaraewyr. Yn gyntaf, Max Page, ni wedi gweld y gŵr yma'n chwarae a sereni dros Cymru dan 20. Max, croeso nôl i'r Indigo Prem ar ôl pencampwriaeth gret gyda tîm dan 20. Chi'n edrych mlaen i'r gêm hyn o?
Edrych mlaen I dod nôl gyda'r boys a mynd amdani.
A ti yn yr amodau hyn, unwedig gyda'r Gwent, fi'n siŵr bod ti'n awyddus I gael y bel yn dy ddwylo.
Gyda'r Gwent, mynd amdano nhw a, excited.
Gret, pob lwc ti boi. Gret. Ni'n mynd i gael sgwrs gyda partner Max yn y canol, Rodri Jones, sy'n amlwg yn profiadol iawn ar y lefel yma. A mae'n bwysig I chwaraewyr o profiad Rods I helpu chwaraewyr ifanc fel Max yn dod mlaen i'r gêm. Mae'n trio cwato wrthai, fi'n trio gael sgwrs dy fe yn gynharach. Ond i'r canolwyr hefyd gyda'r Gwentyn, mae'n mynd i'w bwysig. Rods, ys munud y ti? O, Jack, dyna di gynta, de. Jack, yn amlwg, gyda'r gwynt a tywydd hyn, mae'n bwysig i chi reoli'r chwarae. I ti fel maswr, beth sy'n bwysig i gael y pac ar y tôr blaen hyn o?
Ie, ti'n hyn o mae lot o gwynt allan mas, so jyst bod yn cael ei decisive o ran ben i wneud, os ni'n mynd yn hir, edrych am gwagle, neu os ni'n moyn rhoi e lan, jyst cael boes yn chaso'n dda. Ond ie, mae'r gwynt mynd i bod yn galed hyn, so jyst defnyddio yn dda.
Ie, y chwarae mewn i'r gwynt, beth fel mae hwnna'n mynd i effeithio, byddech chi cadw'r bel felly bach mwy tyn?
Ie, bendant, falle bach mwy tyn, ond fel ni'n gweud, falle mewn i'r gwynt, falle os ni'n wario heb y bel, ddim yn peth rhy drwg, really, os ni'n gallu bod yn reolaeth o fewn defence ni. Ie, jyst angen bod yn squeaky clean fel mae'r Saeson yn gweud.
A ti, pobl cytu am y gêm? Ni'n trio gael cwmni Rodri Jones, mae'n yn canol y twym o lan. Bydd e'n diddorol iawn i weld yr amrywiaeth yn y ddau dîm yn chwarae mewn i'r gwynt a gyda'r gwynt. Sa'n credu ni'n mynd i gael amser i gael cwmni Rods, ond gefn ni cyfle i edrych nôl ar y gêm a clasur tymor diwetha yn Rodney Parade yn erbyn Llandovery a Casnewydd.
Gêm ola yn Indigo Prem yn y tymor rheolaidd. Bwlch yn effeithiol, Lee Rees yn croesi'r ginegais. Mae hwn yn gyflym. Unwaith eto, Lloyd Lewis. Mae'r bel wedi adlamu i Owen Davies. Mae'r gic yn dda gan Harry Dole. Pwy sy'n cyrraedd gynta? Lee Rees. Cais i Luke Crane o dan y bys. Gardden ni'n ddifrannu yn sicr gan y ddau dîm arbennig yma.
Dyddiau poeth heilog yn Rodney Parade. Ni ar un ffordd i dywydd gwell, yn sicr. Ond Steph, dwi eisiau gofyn i ti am Max Page. Mae'n un sy'n gwneud i siarad ar y cae yn amlwg. Ac yn un o sawl un sydd wedi dod nôl o dîm dan ugen Cymru. A di creu argraff ar y lefel na, a nawr yn gobeithio creu argraff yn yr Indigo Prem.
Ydy, mae'n chwaraewr sydd wedi datblygu yn arbennig dros y blynyddoedd diwetha, agos i'r fraint o hyfforddi fe Cymru dan ddeunaw. Mae Eves wedi hyfforddi fe gyda Crymych, gyda'r sgarmesu symudiol hefyd. Ond na, mae'n chwaraewr, chi'n gwylio fe'n chwarae, chi'n gweld y hyder, mae'n cadw datblygu yn ei gemau, mae cyflymder yn rhywbeth sy'n gwahaniaethu fe yn y canol i lot o chwaraewyr, felly byddai'n gret i weld e'n nôl a gael bloc o rygbi cyn y haf gyda Cymru dan ugen.
Un o sawl un o Crymych, Joe Powell yn un arall, yn un o pac Llandovery sydd hefyd yn fygythiad iddyn nhw, Iwan Phillips.
Ie, fi'n credu mae'r gwreion i gyd dod o Crymych, fi'n credu, ond ie, cobus i fi'n gwahaniaethu Llandovery gyda lot o dîmoedd. Maen nhw'n dibend pan mae'r tywydd yn troi, pan maen nhw'n tywydd yn troi, maen nhw'n dibend am mynd at i sgarmau symudol nhw. Mae sgarmau symudol nhw'n gryf, mae scrum nhw'n gryf, ond wedyn pan mae'r tywydd yn galluogi nhw i fynd tu ôl, maen nhw yn dibend a trafod y bel, ond mae'r pac yn gryf iawn, a fi'n credu os bydd Llandovery yn gael un ar y drod flaen heno gyda'r amodau, fi'n credu maen nhw'n dîm anodd iawn i gallu'r atal.
Mae peryglan i hun gyda Chasnewydd, a maen nhw'n dîm dangerous iawn gyda'r pel yn ei ddwylo.
Ydyn, maen nhw, a mae'r patrymau maen nhw'n gweud tu ôl yn arbennig. Ni'n gweld safon o paso, safon o sgiliau. Mae Matt O'Brien fel maswr a'r profiad sydd gyda fe yn lliwio'r chwarae, a hefyd mae cyflymder gyda nhw ar yr asgellu fel ni wedi gweld gyda Lloyd a Iwan sy'n chwarae heno. Felly fydd nhw'n awyddus i gadw led i'r bel, dyna DNA sydd gyda nhw, dyna beth maen nhw'n trial wneud, a maen nhw wedi wneud mor dda eleni. Felly mae'n mynd i fod yn real brwydr tu ôl gyda'r ddau set o olwyr.
Ie, na, fi'n cytuno gyda Steph, fi'n credu bydd rhaid os gall y tîm sy'n mynd i gallu ennill y brwydr falle corfforol yn y blaen. Os bydd Steph yn cytuno dy fi, ond fi'n credu y blaenwyr ar 8 blaen sy'n dibynnu ennill gemau ar olwyr sy'n penderfynu gyda faint.
Reit, cynta yn erbyn ail heno, amser i ni nawr ymuno yn tîmau sylwebu.
Back on the 8th of March, Harry Dole gets that 50th appearance with Max Page, as we've seen at 13. New halfbacks in the form of Landon Maynard, and Jamie Hughes and Craig Thomas come into the front row. We'll do the Newport team just after a minute's silence in respect of Bob Atkins, former chairman of Newport RFC, was chairman, resided over the club during the 1977 Cup final, and a star. RFC holding many positions, and he will be sadly missed.
And also chairman during the 76.
Minute silence for Bob Atkins, former chairman of Newport RFC, who will be sadly missed. Newport themselves make 8 changes for this top of the table clash, following a hard-fought away win at Ebbw last week. Completely new front row in the form of Reynolds, Langley and Chris Davis on permit from Aberafan. Ferryman and Josh Reid make up the difference in the pack. John Morris in his 9th season at Newport is at 12, with Iwan Purse-Jones on the wing, the former Llandovery player also on permit. A referee tonight is the experienced Adam Jones, fine referee from Brecon. Ben Connor and Ellis Pulden are his assistants. As we saw in the build-up, a very windy night at the Newport Stadium for this big clash. Lots of changes in the two teams, and both these teams only require 2 points from their remaining games Newport to qualify for a home semi-final in the Indigo Premiership. Off we go then. Matt O'Brien, the Newport outside half, gets us underway and top point scorer. And Llandovery playing from left to right as we look from our commentary position. Steph Hughes has joined me in the solace of the stand. Big game for him tomorrow night. Zebra home. I'll be there, but for now, Steph, just tell us, how windy is it down there on the pitch?
Yeah, it's going to play a significant factor in this game. I feel behind Llandovery this first half. It'll be interesting to see how they manage that, and likewise how Newport play into it.
Blame my Brown. Where's your brother?
He's struggling a little bit with a concussion from the Ebbw game, but I'm told that he'll be good to go for the final next weekend.
Plenty of big games left to come, of course, for Llandovery, with its Newport on the attack. Just watch from Matt O'Brien, the Dragons attack coach, pulling the strings at 10, and that's his left boot into the wind, as Steph Hughes mentions, and that's just overcooked a little bit. And the rain starts to come down. Miserable conditions in Wales, across Wales. I was in mid Wales yesterday, Steph, and it was hailing while I was on the 14th tee at Llandudno Wells, and it seems to have come to Newport.
Tee hit low, tough into the wind. It's hard to believe this time of year that we're still battling with 8-9 degrees and lots of wind and rain. Hopefully it'll improve soon.
Very open stadium here at the Newport Stadium, particularly straight down the track, and it is straight behind Llandovery's back. Good line out though. Difficult one to control for David Land. David Land in, of course, for Lee Rees. Scrappy on the bench tonight with big games coming up. This is a big game for both teams. They either can secure that home semi-final. They've been so good, and there's a turnover there and alive to it. Shea Hope, academy scrum half, gets it away. 6 is Josh Reid, another Dragons academy player, and Newport get it out to the danger man, Lloyd Lewis, who's well marshalled. Lloyd Lewis, 12 tries in the league this season, second in that chart. And he's been on fire, Lloyd Lewis, this year, Steph.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's been really, really dangerous. And Newport have done a great job of getting the ball in his hands in space. Really quick work on the turnover, and they realise Llandovery defensively obviously will be unorganised, so moving that ball quickly will work well for Newport.
Another good take in these conditions by the visitors. This time trying to set up a bit of a maul for Davland. And his kick is inevitably long with that wind behind. Difficult one for any back three player tonight, but it was well taken by Lloyd Lewis, and he goes rugby league side style into midfield. Chance. O'Brien picks his head up, and that's the second one under pressure that he's kicked out on the full. My goodness. Now, you've stepped in at first receiver a few times, Steph, but even for Matt O'Brien, this is tricky.
It's really difficult. The wind is so strong, and the pressure Llandovery are putting on it, on the skill, makes it even more difficult. Newport are going to have to find a way to play into this wind, because kicking into it is very, very difficult.
Yeah, I expect Newport to play down to short sides and box kick, but as you say, very difficult to even kick in any fashion tonight. Third line out, and they've gone the funny one because they need to secure possession, and they do so. Captain Jack Jones leaves it for Land. Now Llandovery Bill looking to take advantage of this wind, these conditions. Land has a little look himself, half through. It's a good tackle in the end, and came in. Llandovery on the charge, looking to build on superb form. 15 league wins on the bounce, 17 in all competitions. Ross Evans able to make 8 changes tonight. Jack Jones was led superbly. Dad Robin, of course, former Neath Swansea back rower. So plenty of pedigree there. His grandfather, and Brian Thomas, but here comes Jack Maynard playing at 10 tonight. With no Johan Hughes, but it's Llandovery building. Newport's defence is holding firm and pushing the Drovers back. Multiple phases here. Now then, Maynard back inside this time. No route through there. Really good defence from the home team, but Llandovery recycling possession. Bit isolated now. Bit of a Newport defence session here. Now they have numbers. Here's a chance. Maynard out the back this time. Well collected. Here comes the gas. It's been a patient build-up. Here's the danger man, Harry Dole. 50th appearance tonight, but Newport are well aware of his threat to pick and go. Land ever present at the base, having to work hard. So many phases, and Llandovery gaining some momentum. Into the 22, this time the crossfield kick, beautifully taken. He's got a man inside. It's Jack Jones who couldn't quite take it, and Perth Jones comes away. The Wales Sevens player nearly got clear. Jack Jones complains to the assistant about something. What happened there, Steph?
Oh, it was wonderful play from Llandovery. The way they built the game is a great kick. I don't quite know what happened for Jack to drop the ball.
Amazing amount of phases. And this time Matt O'Brien does get it away, but it's still in play. Breathless stuff for the commentary team, let alone the players out there. This time Jack Davis from fullback. Try against Pontypool last time out. And it's all Llandovery. Slow this time. Referee Adam Jones on the spot. Maynard stepping right up in the face of the Newport defence. There he is again, rocks back, kick against the grain. Has the wind got it? Oh, beautifully judged. He was in the Newport 22, so it will be a home ball, but a good finish on a positive.
Yeah, absolutely. And something I think we'll expect to see this first half is Llandovery having a huge amount of possession and Newport just having to defend in the wind and the rain. Really impressed with Llandovery's breakdown skills. But also, what a great kick from Jack Maynard. Realising they've lost momentum, instead of overplaying and causing pressure, they put pressure back on Newport.
Talking of pressure, a lot of pressure on Wade Langley's first throw. But it was knocked on. Not an easy night for hookers, kickers. There's Elliot Ferryman. Wearing 14 is Lloyd Lewis, and there's the experienced Jack Maynard. Top point scorer last year, Jack Maynard, 212 points, on 105 already this year, but we're seeing Lloyd Lewis, 12 tries. And a very different animal there is Berrien Watkins, Kidwelly, RFC man in his 9th season with Llandovery. And first scrum of the night. Shouldn't be affected too much by the wind. Shea Hope from the Dragons Academy. A lot of pressure coming through onto Newport, and indeed Adam Jones blows it. And my goodness, that's a warning sign for the home team, Steph.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, Llandovery's experience in that front row really showing there. A superb first scrum. And psychologically, obviously, with a win behind them first half, Llandovery been more than happy now to keep pinning Newport back, hoping for any sort of errors, because that scrum is a real weapon.
Yeah, we see it. It's not any one side of the scrum. All 8 are driving through that. Maybe a bit of ascendancy from Jamie Hughes, but a lot of power. There's Ryan Landman. He's come out of retirement and is playing for Newport. 115 appearances for the Dragons, but back in Newport colours, and Llandovery deciding to go for points. Jack Maynard's taken this quite the way back. Maynard then steps up, strikes it well, really well, and judges the wind to perfection, and perhaps deservedly, Steph, Llandovery take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely managing territory, possession, and their contact area skills allow them to play the game where they want to.
Modern technology. We have Llandovery with their own analysis equipment. The Paul there. Big kick downfield, but it's going to be too much. The end over end bounce takes it, and that's going to go all the way back there. That's a bit of a coach killer, that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at, again, the example of how strong the wind is. Better off kicking it to compete, I think, in these conditions. The ball will hang in the air a lot longer. A great strike.
That's 80 plus meters, isn't it? You know, once it's hit the ground, good night.
Newport's challenge now is obviously they've got a scrum to...
Yeah, maybe not just the reward that they were after, but after the last scrum, Berrien Watkins is licking his lips. And here's the Newport front row, complete new front row. Chris Davis, a tight head, is on permit from Aberafon. Wade Langley, a Bargoed man, and Josh Reynolds at loose head from the Dragons Academy. And here comes Llandovery again. It's a huge drive from the visitors. Obliterated the Newport scrum. Adam Jones blows again. Oh, there's a warning sign. After the first scrum, he didn't really need a warning sign, and Llandovery are enjoying themselves at the scrum.
Absolutely. And it's a joint effort, isn't it? It's not just one side. Brilliant scrummaging.
When you're stood in the backs there, and you know you've got the wind against you to come second half, you must be delighted to see that.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing better as a back than playing behind a scrum that's going forward like this. And on the flip side, it's a lot harder when the scrum is not going as strong. Really difficult.
Well, it encourages you as a backline to get up quick, force knock-ons, you know, because you know you got that comfort of the scrum. So I was taught scrum is king. So there you go. Now then, line-out needs to be king here. Jack Jones moves forward, well intercepted by Ferryman. And Newport have the turnover. Away goes from Langley, the hooker, into midfield. Chance here now. Can they get it over to Lloyd Lewis? No need. Jacob Lloyd puts boot to ball, finds grass right up the centre. Counter-attacks on the little Dinko, lots of space there. Now Purse Jones gets in the air well, but patiently waited down there from Cian Abraham to just take him out as he hit the deck. Newport have it. Both teams starting to play a little bit now. The jinking run coming in from Morris. Morrison, Shea, Foster-Smith in the centres tonight for Newport. It's a long way from where they are. O'Brien looks to generate something back inside. Llandovery are there. And they have it. They've stolen it. Davland. Out it goes. Rodri Jones picks his head up. Crossfield kick. Harry Dole waits. That's gone backwards. Dole has to clean out. Still with Llandovery. Land under pressure from his opposite number. Shea Hope. The battle of the nines.
Onside.
Now Maynard has to step in. And Carey coming in from Craig Thomas.
Still in right now.
And Llandovery reset in Newport's half. Going through the phases again. Big Carey. Maynard left that, and that's a penalty against Newport. Not rolling away, too slow there. I think that might have been Elliot Ferryman, but when they get possession, Llandovery look organised and are happy to go through the phases.
Yeah, absolutely. They're really comfortable in their shape. I think given the conditions, a brilliant game of rugby so far. Both teams, you see Newport on turnover looking busy to transfer the ball. And Llandovery, just the balance in their game. They've got the ability to kick to space, but also they've got the big men in the middle who get them over the gain line. Yeah, Berrien Watkins on the next one here has been really busy.
Now there's the big man. Bosch, get out of the way. He's not just enjoying the scrums tonight, Berrien. And there's the follow-up tackle on Iwan Peres-Jones.
A great tactic, actually, changed from Llandovery. They learned from that first kick, didn't they? And Newport in the backfield obviously have to be deeper because the ball will carry more, which means there's a huge amount of chip space. So Jack Davis doing really well to realise that. Maybe Newport will have to drop Shea Hope into that spot as a sort of a halfway house.
Maynard strikes it well, takes a 6-0 lead, never in doubt from that man. More pressure exerted, and you're right, Steph, you don't see it a lot now. Scrum halves, as you would know, are employed in the front line of defences. Back in my day of coaching, 9 was always a sweeper in that no man's land to cover the dinks, but I don't know what defence coaches, they just like more people in the front line. Maynard, lovely take. And now Maynard will get back into position as Davland may go himself, looking for protection. In comes Craig Thomas, and Jamie Hughes had some ballast, and indeed Land kicks it off field. Surprising, really, he's gone off field. Miscue, and Newport get a chance.
Yeah, first opportunity for Newport in Llandovery's half. Probably very few opportunities they'll have down in this area of the field in these conditions.
Just eased a little now. Probably still a win there, looking at the assistant's flag, but Landman gets some clean ball. Now then, the home team, that's left. And Maynard comes up, but is scooped back up into Matt O'Brien's hand quickly to Peres-Jones. Now let's see him in a bit of space. He's wrapped up. First real attack from Newport. O'Brien guides it across. Didn't want it. Too slow for him. Now then, Shea Hope gets his forwards involved. It's a carry from Josh Reynolds. O'Brien back into position now. Numbers all around him. Lovely little interplay. This is what Newport can do. Lively attack coming in. John Morris, experienced centre. First real concerted effort from Newport. O'Brien rocking into position, but Llandovery are up quick on that outside. Just playing within the 15s at the moment. Josh Reed with the carry. Wearing 6. Caught on the fringes. Little bit of space there for Hope. O'Brien bringing the inside runner in. There's Kyle Taylor. 31 turnovers for the open side, but it's gone forward. But a promising build-up from Newport there, Step.
Yeah, a lot better from Newport. The handling skills were there. They look really dangerous when they move the ball as well. We've seen Iwan Peres-Jones have a few touches from the wing. John Morris doing a great job in the middle. They've used this inside ball a lot as well. Llandovery's line speed is forcing Matt O'Brien to play back inside.
So explain to us, Step, the idea of the inside ball. We see O'Brien taking it flat. Inside ball, is it to catch maybe some lazy defenders on the inside?
Yeah, defensively, a lot of the focus is the third defender who's usually opposite the opposition's outside half is to go really quick off the line to force him to pass early. So Matt O'Brien obviously knows that, and stepping back inside to use people in the inside space where the line isn't as aggressive is a tactic, especially in conditions where wide passes just gives defence time.
We used to call it gap ball all those years ago because we knew there'd be a gap. Particularly later in the game when forwards get a little bit tired, they tend to push off, they don't go straight up and cover the inside of 10, as you say. They'll go and drift off, and that leaves that inside ball.
Yeah, exactly, and usually you end up with your front five boys in those spaces. Your props usually end up around that space, and as you say, as the game gets on and they get tired, if you can use wingers into that space, it becomes very difficult to tackle.
Well, the first two scrums of the game have gone emphatically Llandovery's way with two convincing penalties. Easy decisions for referee Adam Jones. Berry and Watkins are happy to go down that time with Josh Reynolds.
We're head on head this side, okay? Let's open the gap for me a touch and let's get off the head, both of us, okay? Let's go then. You've both got your spaces to go into, it doesn't need to be on the head.
There we go again. 6 is Josh Reed from Dragons Academy, Cardiff Uni. There's Berry and Watkins.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady there now.
Referee happy at the moment. A bit more solid, but here comes the secondary shove. It's not coming from number 8's feet. And there's another penalty. Well, this is becoming a bit of a mismatch in the set piece. And once your forwards know that step, and Ben Roach at 8 there, Nathan Hart at 8, just not going to let that ball, as your brother there is rubbing his hands. I'm not so sure he'd be anything to do with that scrum, but it just won't come out, will it, from Hart?
No, absolutely not. And that's a discussion they'll have now on the field. You know, we're really dominant here, let's keep it in. And from Newport's perspective, they're thinking, let's hook it back quick as soon as we can, get it into Ben Roach's hands. But, you know, if the scrum continues to be this dominant, it's going to make Adam make a decision as a referee, and that's where, you know, being solid in set piece early in games is so important.
Should have taken a leaf for the Dragons book last week against the Bulls. Big scrum from the Bulls, and I got to say, I was commentating, the heel and the speed of ball from the scrum was excellent.
Yeah, something we worked on, getting it to Tame Basham at 8 as quick as we could, because we knew how strong the scrum was, and the boys did a brilliant job up in the front row as well.
Basham back at 7 tomorrow night and Wainwright at 8, but it's here, the concert of the Newport Stadium. And then there's Kyle Taylor, and they have a penalty now, but the wind has picked up a tap and goal from Shea Hope. That's probably a good tactic in these conditions. He's got support. I think it's Matt O'Brien. Indeed it is. And just like that, the scrum's under pressure. They conceded 2 penalties, but out of nothing, Newport are back. It's a try for Matt O'Brien.
Shea Hope is sensational here, just realising Llandovery was so unorganised. He takes the tap quickly, he's so quick over 5 metres, and Matt O'Brien is on his outside. Just watch here, understanding of Shea Hope. Bang, he's gone, he's quick, and he realises support's next to him, and it's a beautiful pass to O'Brien. It won't score many easier than that, but that's a great job from Shea Hope, keeping the ball alive. Great pass, support from O'Brien, and that's a brilliant moment for Newport, who've been under the pump for the majority of the first 20 minutes.
It's classic, really, isn't it? I mean, it's not something that they may have spoke about before the game, tap and go into the wind, but then, you know, you come 20 minutes in, and Shea Hope, to be fair to him, off he went, and O'Brien reacted well. And it is O'Brien the chance to give Newport a surprising lead. You'd say surprising against the run of play. He strikes it well, and indeed they take the lead. Matt O'Brien with a conversion of his own try. Newport lead 7 points to 6. Let's go down to Lauren Jenkins.
Ydw, Lee Rhys yn cadw cwmni fi. Si ar y fain ceno, Lee, ni di dwi'n gyfarwydd y gweld ti mas na. Un llygad ar y cwpan felly wythnos nesa, Euros di wneud 8 newydd I gyd.
Ie, fi'n credu ma fe tîm y bach, ond mae'n bwysig, mae boys arall yn chwarae yn y gemau fawr yma, a mae'r darfan ni blwyddyn hyn yn eitha gryf, so pawb sy'n mas na, maen nhw'n gystal yr boys sy'n dechrau.
Falle nid yw'r amser gorau i gyfweld y ti ar ôl just ildio cae. So ystyried bod y gwynt gyda chi, Casnewydd yn amlwg yn gorfod chwarae mewn i'r gwynt ar hyn o bryd. Chi wedi gwneud y gorau o'r mantes?
Mae'n siomedig gyda nhw'r sgwri fyna, mae'n rhaid yr boys canolbwyntio trwy'r haff. Achos mae'n galed cico yn y gwyntyn, so bydd y quick taps arno. So mae'n bwysig nawr, ni'n mynd nôl lawr yna a trial cael fod pwynt ar y sgwrbwrdd.
Lee, diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr.
Well, second half, Lee's on the bench, Steph. If there's a tap and go guy, as Lauren asked him there, then he's your man, isn't he?
Yeah, a brilliant sub to bring on, especially, you know, speaking about playing into the wind, what you've got to do to get yourself in the game. There's no better man than to bring off the bench with his experience and the way he plays. Be really exciting to see how they'll use him in this game, and if they will, to be honest, if they're going to try and keep him back for next weekend or give him 20 minutes.
Will be interesting. Coach decisions. Say 2 points they needed, almost guaranteed a home semi. 3 games left, 2 home games, and that's gone awry. Well gathered. And now Llandovery come again. Round the corner is the hooker, Craig Thomas. And Llandovery all of a sudden, 23 minutes gone, will feel they need some points. This wind is surely an advantage, but that try has sort of stunned them a little bit. There's the man of the moment, Berry and Watkins. And it's turned over and Newport have it again. Little kick ahead, difficult one to deal with. Beautifully done. Oh, there's a high tackle. Looks like a penalty only from Adam Jones. And there was Ben Roach, the captain. Played in all 21 matches, Ben Roach. Steph, you're a bit of an ever-present yourself, but for number 8, fair play, 21 games, a long old season.
No, it is, and he's a top player for Newport, is Ben Roach. And his durability, especially, like you said, at 8 at this level, is exceptional.
Well kept in that time, and O'Brien gets a chance just inside his 22 to clear, and that's maybe an indication of how strong the wind is. Just look at the assistant's flag when he comes down. It is blowing a hoolie. Look at it, just on the right of your screen.
Just give me a bit of a bigger gap.
Just a high tackle on Jack Davis. Yeah, it was just too high there.
Newport will be really pleased, I think, with where they're at in this game. You know, they're really defending well. They're up on the scoreboard, of course, but they're absorbing pressure really well. And, you know, again, Llandovery, the pressure will start to build on them now when they realise with the importance of this wind.
Oh, a bit of a telegraph there from Rodri Jones. They still have it. Llandovery now on the near touchline here. Looking to build again. Work going in from Joe Powell, Jordan Ems and Nathan Hart. Now then, here's a decision for Jack Maynard. Thoughts here, Steph?
Well, he's gone straight to look to the corner straight away. He definitely could kick it from there.
Maybe starting to think, well, 3-6-9 is not enough at the moment.
Yeah, and that's the pressure building. That's one thing that Newport can't do around halfway, is give cheap penalties away. You know, it's an easy in for Llandovery to their 22, and it's a lot more difficult, obviously, down in that area. So the discipline's going to have to be really, really tidy.
Well, set piece has gone really well for Llandovery. There's skipper Jack Jones, just relaying the call. It's a shortened line out. It's a +1 line out, in fact. So we will see a funny or a maul, and it's a bit of a mess at the front, but they luckily have it back and a chance to build now, albeit from a static position. Well defended by Newport. That's the 22-metre line. Thomas steps up. Land waits. Rodri Jones always willing to step up and carry the ball round the corner. Come the big forwards, Jamie Hughes this time. Oh, is that turned over? Well, Land is fighting for it. They're all fighting for it. And Adam Jones says,
hold it on and then offside.
Move away. Brian wants to go. It's a tap and go. He's looking for an extra few yards, but that's brilliant from the outside half. Finds some space as well. And up comes Lewis Lloyd. And Lewis just couldn't quite get all the ball. Llandovery get enough numbers back there. Well, you've got to keep an eye on Matt O'Brien. Jack Davis picks his head up. What a kick. That's a 50-22. What a kick that is. Forwards will be happy with that, Steph.
Oh, absolutely. Just understanding on the turnover, there'll be opportunity in the backfield. Max Page, I think it is, who just scans. This is the initial penalty. Newport competing really well over the ruck. And then Matt O'Brien just realises we're against the wind. I'll run to the space quicker. And it's a great kick.
And who's in? Because we've got a receiver there.
Here he goes. Just look at his scanning. Takes a quick one. Nobody's allowed to touch him. And then he's got the understanding to put it through. Llandovery do a good job scrambling back.
Very intelligent player.
Play on.
A good win in the lineup by Elliot Ferryman. It's a very even game this, despite the conditions, and now all of a sudden Newport are getting some penalties.
Number 6 has just collapsed.
Llandovery might get a little bit frustrated. 1 point behind with a big wind advantage. So Matt O'Brien with a little banana kick, just needs to find touch. Sam Hobbs, probably the happier of the two acting head coaches tonight, Steph.
Yeah, I think so, especially as the half goes on, you know. Newport staying in the fight really well, and you feel, especially with Matt O'Brien's kicking game, with the wind in the second half, they could really get that pack moving.
Up steps John Morris, and O'Brien rocks back into position. The missed pass through from Jacob Lloyd doesn't reach Lloyd Lewis, and a disappointing end to that attack. And yeah, scores are at a premium. You know, just how important is that opportunist strike? Great tap and goal from Shea Hope. Sloppy pass this one.
Yeah, you see what they're trying to do. Bring Harry Dole, Llandovery's winger, in to make the tackle and release Lloyd Lewis on the wing.
Well, there's a bonus for Llandovery. A chance for Jack Maynard to really gain some territory here. Win behind. He's a fully 20 metres in field. And this time finds quite a safe touch.
So the area of the game has been really competitive, the line out. Haven't really seen many clean deliveries from the eye of the team. They've had to use some different tactics, so the funnies at the front.
Never see a 2, 3 or 4 man anymore. I'd love to see that. And again, as Steph Hughes rightly says, contested again, and it's Newport that win Llandovery's ball. Loose passes in the wind. Ewan Pearce-Jones. It's looked lively, but he's had no space, and that's effectively a turnover. Carries into touch, the young player. Gonna have to learn. And quickly go Llandovery.
Just in front of the mark then, boys.
Just in front of a mark.
We'll put yellow on the line, okay?
And there's the hat-trick man from last week. First half hat-trick for Cian Abraham against Pontypool. Enjoyed himself.
Yeah, absolutely, it was excellent. Had the ball in space, they created a lot of opportunities for him. Very different type of game for him tonight on the wing. But he'll be keen to get the ball as much as he can in his hands.
Nathan Hart brings in Rodri Jones. Llandovery really looking to get on the score sheet, but Newport's defence is holding firm. They're keeping them at bay. Their line speed is good. Again, look, you see them pushing up. But Jack Davis does very well to wriggle and get a couple more metres. Davland, little tip-on pass. And there's opportunities here. Not a great pass. It's gone backwards, says referee Jones. The dribble through from Harry Dole. What was he doing there? Landman. What was he doing there? But he picked it up, and now Shea Hope bundled back. He had two Llandovery players all over him.
Stay out now, no.
Such a keenly contested game here. Thrills and spills in the conditions. And order is resumed. Few carries here towards the touchline from Newport, you'd expect. Jacob Lloyd plays scrum half, and
Don't push it into him.
Nothing more than a box kick expected here. Matt O'Brien dictating things behind the ruck.
Now, onside.
Just look at that big hit coming up. You know, a little in-vision box double hit coming in as the box kick goes to the air. Jack Davis. Oh, it's well claimed by Newport. That contestable box kick. And a chance now. Landman gets it away quick. That's the loose set. Josh Reynolds, who was well tackled, a chop tackle. Hope skips out a few. Lloyd Lewis with the dancing feet into the Llandovery half. Good tackle coming in from Lucette. Jamie Hughes well up. Now this time Josh Reed, the 6 with the carry. No quarter given. The turnover again, intelligent kick on turnover. Didn't quite get close to the touchline. Jacob Lloyd, cool step round Dowell, clears his lines. And that you think would do for Newport. So coming up, we've got a lot of games coming up. Llanelli Wanderers against Glenneath. It's the road to the Principality. We've got Bargoed against Ystwyth Rhondda, the 7th of April at 3 o'clock. And of course the big one, Merthyr against Llandovery, the cup final on the 7th at 5:15 live on S4C. Lots of rugby stuff coming up.
There we go, let's go.
Absolutely, and a brilliant weekend.
You've got a mouthful of chicken and rice. You've got a big game tomorrow, Steph.
Yeah, sorry, I just topping up.
Yeah, the road to Wembley, the road to the Principality, lots of games. And it's not just the senior club sides, Steph. A lot of juniors, a lot of girls and ladies games, and an opportunity for people to play at the big stadium.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's brilliant for all ages. You know, the girls, the boys, the men, the women. It is fantastic week of rugby, really, for everyone in Wales. And you know, my local club, Llanelli Wanderers, are playing in the final. A lot of the boys really excited for the opportunity.
Food buses going up?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's just great for, you know, local communities to get an opportunity to go up, have a day out and play in the stadium. So it'll be a brilliant week next week. Hopefully the weather will support that as well.
Well, you're here to that. Good luck to all the teams, and enjoy your time at the Principality Stadium. Meanwhile, Newport get a better scrum. It's still scrappy for Shea Hope. And indeed, he knocks it on. They eventually got it out of a scrum. They've been under huge pressure in the scrum. That coupled with a big win that they're playing into, they still lead Llandovery 7 points to 6 and 5 minutes before half-time. You know, what would you be saying as skipper in half-time if it stays like this after 5 minutes in the changing room, Steph?
Well, from Newport's perspective, they'll be going in feeling really good about themselves. You know, they dug in really well at the start when they were under a lot of pressure. And so, from their perspective, they'll be really excited about moving the ball in the second half. The conditions seem to have eased a bit. Llandovery will feel like they need to score before half-time here. So it'll be really interesting in the next 6 minutes how they go about their work.
Chance sent from a left-hand side scrum. And Adam Jones not happy.
Scrums are not good enough this side, okay? I asked you down there about being head-on-head. The next scrum, you did it perfectly. We come back up here and you're back head-on-head. If it happens again, I free kick one of you that I think is doing it, okay? Into the slots, and we go. Let's go, please.
Pretty clear from Adam Jones, who's a good referee. He's one of the best referees Wales have got at the moment. And not happy.
So let's keep both shoulders out and scrummage into the slots now.
He's given himself a pretty good licence to give a free kick here. Well, they'll want to play here, Llandovery.
Crouch.
This left-hand side scrum just takes the Newport scrum half Shea Hope out of the equation a little bit. As you see him rocking back behind the scrum, he wants to get in that defensive line. And here comes Llandovery. Will they keep it in? Looks like they will. And demolish the Newport scrum again. You think it's time for a yellow card?
That's 3 penalties against yourself now, okay, out of 5 scrums. If it happens again, this player leaves the field, okay? Mark's here, okay?
Well, he's had 3 chances
there.
Steph.
Yeah, very interesting. Giving him an opportunity to have one more shot, but you just see the obviously Berrien is very strong, but it's not just him, it's the whole 8, isn't it? The cohesion they've got together there.
That's probably the best touch finder Maynard has had. Here's the Berrien Watkins. Well, as you say, Steph, it's not just Berrien Watkins, but they've been demolished there. Not a lot of help for that Newport front row coming from the other 5 players. And Berrien Watkins is getting all the plaudits. But what a kick from Maynard. Opportunity here right on half-time. As Steph says, they'll be looking for the score. Can they get the line-out drills bang on? No, they can't. Ryan Landman intercepted. It's a pretty easy interception. And they get the penalty for pulling it down. Well, that was probably the chance, Steph.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a man of experience to stand up when it counted for Newport. 115 caps for the Dragons. Played out in France in Carcassonne as well. So his experience really showing. And a huge moment just before half-time, as you said.
Matt O'Brien in no rush. Probably well aware of the clock. And take this lead into the wind at half-time. There's Ryan Landman. Pretty easy one for him to take. Poor throw. It was aimed at Joe Powell, but nowhere near the back rower. And then compounded by the penalty as well. Now Newport with their tails up in this area of the game. Landman at the front of that maul. Certainly better than their scrum at the moment. They've broken away right in front of their supporters in the stand there. Shea Hope, is there more to come from Newport in the first half? Reynolds looking to make up for his atonement in the scrum.
Tackle now.
Carry from John Morris, and Hope gets it away. O'Brien looking for that inside ball again. It's the hooker, Wade Langley, that is caught. And Hope goes down the short side. Long missed pass. Beautiful hands from Landman. The basketball pass over the top to skipper Ben Roach. Newport playing some now. The build-up, O'Brien eager to get it. He wants to get him on the hoof, and he does. There they come, last chance, you'd think, for Newport. Ferryman has been good for Newport. Quick ball, Hope, the little dink through. Chance here for Perce Jones, doesn't quite kick up for the winger. And great attack from Newport into the wind. They played their part big time in this first half.
Thank you. No, that's their line, okay? Okay. Time off then, we've got an injury.
A good tactic from Shea Hope. And everybody were in position. You see the white and red line, and you want Perce Hope with his debut against Merthyr away not that long ago.
How long we got left there, Neil?
It's the 15th of February, and making a start here tonight. So we're at the Newport Stadium tonight. Decent crowd considering the conditions. It's a football ground and athletic stadium, and Newport, of course, to play some rugby here. And they've come to see the home team tonight. Ferryman is okay, he's up.
Okay,
this is where he did the damage. Carry, Rodri Jones. Just a little shot on him. But the second row is up. He's had a lot of good involvements in his first half. A great take.
Inside 5.
By Llandovery. Chris Long was long in that lineup. Is there time? Barely a minute of the first half left for Llandovery to do something. Scrum half to have land in there. Berrien Watkins, Rodri Jones, I think, over the top, well covered by Matt O'Brien, but the penalty's been given away.
8 and 5. Entry. 8 in the side, 5 my side.
Entry into that maul. Illegal from Newport. Last chance, definitely now. For Llandovery to do something. Maynard looks for a ball.
Final play.
Will he really go for this one? Oh, he's holding the ball. He's looking to banana this. And indeed he does. Ben Connor comes back. Look at the wind and the flag.
Ben.
But it is a chance. It's right on the 22-metre line of Newport. Here comes Craig Thomas, the hooker. Last time they were down this area, they failed to win the ball. Long wins this one. A sack is good, which slows the momentum of Llandovery.
Ball's here, don't go in there.
Llandovery do have it, but they have to build from a very slow, static place. Land, Berrien Watkins adjusts his feet, carries infield onto the 22-metre line. Nathan Hart has worked hard in this first half into the 22. Here they come around the corner. Always looking for work is Rodri Jones. And it's gone down from the skipper, Jack Jones. And that will be the end of the first half. It was all Llandovery for the first 20-25 minutes. And 2 Jack Maynard penalties took them 6 points clear, but an opportunist try after a tap penalty from Shea Hope. The Dragons Academy scrum half brought outside half Matt O'Brien to score through a try. He converted his own try. And surprisingly, against the run of play, it's Newport that go in at half-time, leading Llandovery by 7 points to 6.
Matt O'Brien yw'r apusaf yna yn camu oddi ar y cae. O'n i'n disgwyl iddi fod yn agos rhwng cyntaf a'r ail yn y tabl, a dyna oedd hi heno. Llandovery yn llwyddiannus gyda 2 chic yn y diwedd, 6 i ddim ar ôl cwarter awr, ond Shea Hope yn cymryd un gyflym Casnewydd gyda unig cais y gêm, a Matt O'Brien ar ei ddiwedd hi. Os nag yw e'n creu, mae'r maswr yn croesi. Felly, Llandovery 6, Casnewydd 7 ar yr egol, a mae'n rhaid dweud fydd yr ymwelwyr yn hapus iawn gyda'r sgôr na staff o ystyried bod nhw'n chwarae mewn i'r gwynt a bod sgrym Llandovery wedi bod mor gryf fydden nhw'n fodlon.
Fydde, mi'n siŵr bod nhw'n hapus iawn yn mynd mewn i'r ystafell newydd, a bydd Sam Hobbs a'r tîm y fforddi yn rhoi lot o clod i nhw. Fi'n credu mae'r amddiffyn wedi bod yn arbennig, ond hefyd amser maen nhw wedi cael cyfleoedd yn hanner Llandovery, maen nhw wedi cymryd y cyfleoedd yna.
A pa mor rwystredig fydd Llandovery ar y llaw arall?
Fi'n credu bod nhw yn rwystredig iawn achos maen nhw wedi cael sawl cyfle yn mynd mewn i'r 2 ar hugain a fel arfer na beth sy'n falle gwahaniaethu Llandovery gyda'r gweddill yw'r pan maen nhw yn mynd mewn i'r 2 ar hugain a maen nhw'n bant gyda pwyntiau. Ond yn ffodus, maen nhw wedi methu gael falle, maen nhw wedi methu mynd dros y llinell fantes achos fel na Steff sôn, fa mor gryf mae amddiffyn Casnewydd wedi bod.
Ni ddechrau gyda amddiffyn yr ymwelwyr achos Llandovery Steff sydd wedi dominyddu tiriogaeth, ond mae Casnewydd yn heiddi clod fan hyn.
Ydyn, maen nhw, ond i disgwyl hwn cyn y gêm, chwbod Llandovery gael lot o feddiant a Casnewydd yn gorfod amddiffyn. Fi'n credu beth mae Casnewydd wedi wneud yn dda yw mae disgyblaeth nhw wedi bod yn dda iawn yn amddiffynol, a maen nhw wedi cystadlu maen nhw'n cystadlu fel 2 yn ardal y dacl sy'n arafu'r bel lawr.
Fi'n credu na beth mae'n draddodiadol, mae Casnewydd yn dueddol o amddiffyn clwtch yn dyn a falle roi'r ochrau ar yr ochrau nhw, a falle na pam mae'r cic ar draws y cad i gweithio i Llandovery, ond fel Steff sôn, maen nhw'n penderfynu'n union pryd i gystadlu yn yr ardal y dacl na, maen nhw wedi bod yn gywir iawn yn yr agwedd na i'w gêm nhw.
Ac yn gywir iawn pan mae'r cyfleoedd yn dod yn ymosodol. Wel, ddim ond angen un mewn gwirionedd, y cais mae'n dod o gic-os, mae Matt O'Brien yn glinigol, y tîm yn glinigol o ystyried yr ymodau.
Mae'r cyfleoedd wedi bod yn bring iawn i falle i Casnewydd gyda'r pêl yn ei ddwylo nhw, ond mewnwr jyst yn penderfynu mynd ar gic yn gyflym. Ni wedi gweld nhw'n neud 2 waith a neud metre lan y cae i fi yn erbyn y gwynt, co'n union beth sy'n eisiau chi wneud. Mae eisiau chi cyflymu'r y gêm lan a co'n union beth mae mewnwr ifanc ti'n neud a fel nes i sôn, Matt O'Brien ar ei ysgwyddau gyda'r llinell cynorthwyol na a mynd dros y llinell gais a fi Casnewydd yn falch iawn o hwnna achos rhyw 20 munud mewn i'r gêm oedd falle o'n nhw ar y drod ôl yn pob agwedd a nawr maen nhw ar y blaen, felly byd nhw'n bles iawn gyda hwnna.
Steff, ti eisiau siarad am scrums neu gadle Ifan?
Na, fi'n credu wedi gadael e'n expert. Maen nhw wedi bod pen a sgwyddau'n gryfach yn y scrum. Sa'n really deall lot.
Mae'n wneud i gael y gorachafiaeth yn hyn.
Fi'n credu.
Mae'n pwysio lle tynnu.
I fod yn onest, fi'n synnu braidd bod Casnewydd heb cael Carlen Felen yn yr agwedd hyn.
Na, i fod yn deg, fi'n gytuno gyda ti fyna. Fi'n credu bod Josh Reynolds yn lwcus iawn, falle bod e heb gael Carden Felen, achos maen nhw wedi cael rhyw 5 scrum, a mae Brian Watkins, mae'n aros yn sgwar, a mae'r pwysau na o'r tu ôl yn dod trwy, a na beth sy'n neud y scrum yn gryf iawn, maen nhw'n creu y darlun na i'r dyfarnwr bod nhw'n gael y gorau chafiaeth na, felly mae'n neud y penderfyniad yn rwydd i'r dyfarnwr, achos maen nhw'n mynd mlaen a maen nhw'n aros yn sgwar, a wedyn mae Josh Reynolds just yn popo lan ar yr ochr sy'n neud y penderfyniad yn rwydd i'r dyfarnwr.
Cytuno.
Dyna ni. Dau arbenigwr, dyna ni heno. Reit, mae falle bod yn edrych yn sych, ond mae fe'n wyntog iawn. Ydych chi ddim wastad yn gallu gweld ni ar y teledu. Faint o bwyntiau chi'n meddwl fydd y gwynt yma werth yn yr ail hanner?
I fod onest, cyn y gêm o'n i'n meddwl oedd e rhwng 10 a 15 pwynt y gwynt yn y cryfder. A gyda'r profiad sydd gyda Casnewydd, Matt O'Brien, a dealltwriaeth i gêm gicio fe, ni'n disgwyl i gweld y gêm yn cael ei chwarae'n dwfn yn hanner Llandovery.
Right, okay. Wel, mae digon o chwaraeon da ni'n dod lan i chi dros y penwythnos, 2 gêm pêl-drod, 2 gêm rygbi, y cyfan yn cychwyn fory am hanner 12, 2 colwyn Aberystwyth a mwy o bêl-drod mewn di Sadwrn i chi am 5 o'r gloch, a 2 gêm yn yr UAC, Gweilch yn erbyn y Lions, honno'n fyw, a mae Mansym erbyn Caerdydd hefyd yn fyw. Steff a fi na, nos Aron. A reit, mae'n sylw ni yn troi i'r Principality wythnos nesaf. Mae chi aros ar gyfer hon, tair gêm, wel, tair ffeinal i chi. Y Crwydred Llanelli yn erbyn Glynedd, Bargoed yn erbyn Ystrad y Rhondda, Merthyr yn erbyn ymwelwyr heno, Llandovery, y cyfan i chi yn fyw ar S4C, a mae yna lot i ddod yn yr Indigo Prem dros mis Ebrill hefyd, wrth i ni agosau at y rowndiau terfynol.
Yr Indigo Prem ym mis Ebrill.
Gwyn's Caerfyrddin yn erbyn
Glynebwy. Glynebwy yn erbyn Pontypool. Llandovery yn erbyn Penybon.
Reit, a gadewch i ni atgoffa chi o'r tabl. Dyma sut mae pethau'n edrych yn cynnwys gêm heno, fel hyn mae'n sefyll. A mae'n Llandovery wrth gwrs oedd ar y brig yn mynd mewn i'r gêm a mae 20 munud yn weddill. Mae'r 3 ucha yn saff, ond mae ras i gyrraedd y 4ydd safle rhwng Caerdydd, Pontypridd, Pontypool a Merthyr yn fath ymategol yn gallu neud hi. Steff, sut ti'n gweld i'n mynd?
Fi'n credu bydd Caerdydd just bach yn gryfach na'r 3 arall, ond maen nhw wedi bod yn cystadleuol iawn. Fi jyst yn gweld dyfnder sy'n carfan Caerdydd a'r profiad sydd gyda nhw o chwarae yn y rowndiau gynderfynol, felly fi'n gweld nhw'n just yn dal amlan na.
Ie, dyma'r gemau sy'n weddill, a gwrs mi fydd y gwrthwynebwyr yn cael effaith o'r bethau. Ifan, mae'n dwylo Caerdydd. Ydyn ni'n gwneud gwaniaeth i tîm pan mae'ch tyngau chi yn eich dwylo'ch hunan?
Wel, yn credu mae fe'n neis i wybod falle bod chi yn gellir reoli beth sy'n digwydd, a fi'n credu o ran Caerdydd, os bydde well y fi mas o'r 4 na, bydde well y fi bod yn safle Caerdydd. Chi mo, maen nhw yn eistedd yn bedwerydd fyna, fel nath Steff sôn, fi yn teimlo fel bod nhw'n twtch yn rhy gryf, a ar diwedd y dydd nhw sydd gyda'r reolaeth nawr i cadw'r safle na, felly i'n bersonol fi yn teimlo fel bydd Caerdydd bydd e'n cadw'r 4ydd safle na.
Mae'n sôn am Caerdydd, mae Steve Law wedi cyhoeddi bydd e'n gadael y clwb ar ddiwedd y tymor. Mae sawl hyfforddwr, Steff, wedi cyhoeddi bod nhw naill ai wedi gadael yn barod, Gareth Wyatt i gadael Pontypridd neu yn mynd i ar ddiwedd y flwyddyn. A roedd o bethau sy'n dod, ni'n gwybod bod y gystadleuaeth yn newid siap blwyddyn nesaf, falle bod y rhanbarthau'n cael rhyw fath o effaith o'r bethau.
Ie, gobeithio ni. Gobeithio bydd hyfforddwyr yn dod mewn. Be sy'n gofidio fi bach yw lot o hyfforddwyr profiadol yn gadael fyna. A sa'i rili siŵr ble mae'r crop nesaf o hyfforddwyr yn dod trwyddo. Sa'n gwybod faint o gymorth sy'n na i hyfforddwyr ifanc. Fi'n nabod cwpl o boi sy'n chwarae sy'n mynd i hyfforddi. Mae Josh Turnbull yn gwneud job gwych gyda Quinns Caerfyrddin ar y funud, ond rhaid i ni datblygu hyfforddwyr, fi'n credu yng Nghymru, i fod yn hollol onest, a'n credu bod i wedi gwneud job digon da o fe mor belled, felly mae hwnna'n rhywbeth symud mlaen, mae rhaid i ni i ddechrau wneud, a mae'r lefel yma yn wych i ddatblygu hyfforddwyr.
A ti wedi bod yna dy hun yn hyfforddwyr 20 Cymru, a ni yn gwybod bod yr undeb yn mynd i gyhoeddi strategaeth newydd mis Mehefin, a ni'n gobeithio fydd y system datblygu yn rhan o hwnna, ond dyna ni, reit, mae 2 fis o'r UAC o'r pencampwriaeth rygbi nedig dal i ddod, a mae digon o gemau chi ar S4C dros y penwythnos. Reit, colled yw'r dreigiau wythnos diwetha yn erbyn y Bulls, o'n nhw mor bwerus, Steff, ond cyfle i daro nôl yn erbyn Zebra nos fori, mae hynny ar y BBC, nid yr S4C, ond oedden nhw'n gêm chi wedi bod yn targedu?
Ie, yn edrych ar y gêm y diwetha, mae wedi bod yn floc anodd i ni lan i Glasgow, mas i Ulster, a wedyn ni Bulls, felly 3 gêm sydd gyda fel mae'r cyngrair ar y funud yn anodd ofnadw, felly mae'r gêm yn ar y penwythnos yn gêm enfawr i ni nos y fori, cyfle i ni i gael perfformiad da, gobeithio ni buddigoliaeth, achos mae boys wedi gweithio'n galed iawn dros y misoedd diwetha. Ni wedi dangos yn agweddau o chwarae pa mor effeithiol ni'n gallu bod, felly ni gyd yn edrych yma yn fawr iawn i'r gêm.
Cywirder falle bas ola na sydd wedi costio chi ar y 10?
Ie, fi'n credu, a hefyd y gallu sydd gyda ni aros yn gemau bach yn hirach. Fi'n credu, os gallwn ni aros yn gemau yn agos nes 10 munud diwetha, fi'n credu allwn ni gael cwpl o buddigoliaethau yn fwy yn anffodus erbyn y 10 munud diwetha, felly bod ni heb bod digon cywir fel ych chi'n gweud, a ni ddim quite digon agos i gallu i gipio buddigoliaeth.
Wel, dyma sut mae'r tabl yn edrych, a mae'r gweilch dal ynddi. Mae'n weddol agos rhywun gweud rhwng y bedwerydd safle a'r 10fed safle. Gweilch yn y 11fed safle 10 ar hyn o bryd. A mae gemau nhw nawr, Ifan. Mae Lions gyda nhw adre penwythnos yma, a wedyn maen nhw'n gorfod mynd i ffwrdd i Bulls, Stormers a Leinster. Felly mae'n rhaid gweud, mae'r gemau yn holl bwysig.
Mae gen yn enfawr nhw. Fi'n credu bod nhw'n siomedig iawn bod nhw heb gael unrhyw beth allan o'r gêm na yn erbyn Munster. Nhw'n anlwcus iawn yn amlwg gyda Alex Cuthbert yn gael yr anaf na yn mynd yn agos iawn i'r llinell, ond gobeithio gallen nhw gael rhywbeth mas o'r gêm.
Mae tîm yn ôl ar y cae, felly mae'n amser i ni ail ymuno a'n tîm sylwebu.
Ready? Llandovery.
Thank you, Lauren. Jack Maynard. No doubt ringing of the words of Iros Evans in his ears, and the first kick. Is it touched? No, it was by Newport hand. Just look at Ben Connor's flag, the assistant referee. That's what Newport now have behind their backs. They played into it in the first half, dealt with it really well, defended well, got the try from Matt O'Brien, and now Llandovery have it all through against the wind, but they have a good start. Jack Jones moves forward, the dummy, and this is second row partner Chris Long that wins it. Difficult one for Dav Landman shoves him off the ball, but Llandovery still have it now back towards the halfway line. Harry Dowell feeds it to number 8 Nathan Hart, who worked really hard in that first half, but to no real avail. Tackle by captain Ben Roach, playing his 22nd league game on the bounce. Every game he's played. Maynard, Newport line is up quick. And Max Page, the young 13, playing tonight after a soiree for Wales under-20s in the Six Nations. His first under-20 Six Nations. Berrien Watkins, very, very prominent in the first half. Brings an inside ball, quick ball this time. Hart out the back, Maynard short. Good defence again from Newport. No real impetus coming from Llandovery. Nice intricate play, but Newport have their measure at the moment in defence. This time they're over the ball. Adam Jones says let go, land. Again, the hooker, Craig Thomas makes a few yards up to the Newport 10-metre line. Jones at the back to Maynard. Very quickly up the Newport back line. But they still have it, Llandovery. Up from full-back, Jack Davis. As they did early in the first half, building phases.
Won the ball.
And this time, this is a steal from Kyle Taylor. That's his 32nd turnover this season. He is the Jackal King. But Llandovery have it back now. Berrien Watkins tries to muscle his way past John Morris and Shea Foster-Smith in the midfield. Landman is there. So many phases in this passage of play, but it's not really gone outside. And here comes Harry Doyle. Just gets away. Lovely little flick pass from Jack Davis. Hart takes it forward. Maynard shows and goals. Jones, good defence again.
Balls up off the ground.
And they're trying everything at the moment. There's a player injured in the distance. And Newport have it. Will O'Brien pick his head up? He will. Well read by Jack Davis, but it's found grass and the fullback has it. Will he counter-attack into the wind? He has to. Looks to beat O'Brien and Morris, but he's caught in his own half. Well, Steph Hughes has rejoined me, give me a chance to catch my breath, because this must be about 30 phases, Steph.
It's been a brilliant start to the second half. Both teams really competed hard at the breakdown. Seen many turnovers already.
Slowed down now. Still a Llandovery player has been treated. I think it's a shoulder injury. A lot of players waving hands, but Adam Jones, the most composed man on the field. The referee. Ferryman up quick.
Use it.
Into the air goes Davlan. Downfield. Big kick coming in this time. Mark Davis covers well. Picks his head up, ball in two hands. Has a little look. Dowell just got back in time. Received the pass. Little stutter. And a dribble through. Matt O'Brien's there. Picks his head up. The spiral kick. Hasn't quite got over. Cian Abraham hasn't really had a lot of ball in space. But here, now, comes Llandovery into the Newport half. Chance to play. Berrien Watkins tips it on to Hart. Newport just caught short for a moment, but they've regathered their defensive line. Maynard at the back to Jones. Rocks back. Looks for a gap towards the forwards. Newport have been so good in defence. They are organised. They are good over the ball. And Llandovery, Steph, for all their wins, 15 in a row, are looking a little bit lost for ideas.
And that's a consequence, I think, of Newport's breakdown work. Their decision-making on the breakdown is exceptional. They decided when to go, and when they go really strong over the ball. This is a brilliant example. The tackle is clean, the tackler rolls away, and Nathan Hart ends up coming round the side. And Newport will be really pleased with their defensive effort. Matt O'Brien using the wind to his advantage. Llandovery, yeah, they've moved the ball quite a lot, but haven't really gained much from that.
Probably a sign of that frustration is the bringing on Lee Rees, wearing 23, experienced scrum half, to inject some maybe pace and experience, some tactics. First replay, there was no change at half time, but he's on. And now also on comes Oshan Davis, a replacement for the injured Chris Long, trudging off with a shoulder injury.
Stay on the line.
Reclaimed by hooker Wade Langley. Here come Newport, tip on from Reynolds. Josh Morse is also on at hooker for Craig Thomas. Josh Morse also played in the Six Nations for the under-20s. Three changes then for Llandovery, who now have to defend, but they've got it back to the short side. Well, this is going to be a tight one. Defences are at the premium. Kicking difficult in conditions, but Lee Rees is on now. That's his first taste of the windy conditions. Landman pats it back, but the referee says it was already knocked on by Newport.
First touch from Lee Rees, his kick is exceptional. It's into the wind. It's a tough kick to catch, you know, because it holds up so long. They've kicked to compete well, Llandovery. But here the scrum. Interesting to see how this starts in the second half, with Josh Reynolds being on a warning from Adam, the ref, and he's stood right by him there, keeping a watchful eye.
Absolutely. Voice of Steph Hughes. Dragon Centre playing tomorrow against Zebra. Big one. Good luck with that, Steph. Oh, she'll be there.
Thanks, Sean.
Crouch.
He's had his chicken and rice here, so he's well fueled up, I can tell you. Di Flanagan, if you're watching. Only one change in the front row, and that's
Boys. No.
young Josh Morse on and
What's he
hooker.
doing? I'm not going to buy that, okay? I'm stepping back, and I won't buy the early push as well, okay? So don't pull back, and make sure we get stability, okay? Let's go, please.
Correction, it's not Josh Morse, it's actually Harry Thomas that's in, who also played for the under-20s for Wales in the Six Nations.
Crouch.
He wears 17. Apologies.
Bind. Set. Steady. Stay there now. Down the far side. Play on.
Lovely play from Llandovery. Davis couldn't quite get it to Dowell. Rees already instigating things. Hart across the game line. That short ball was good from a wide play. Maynard now. Berry and Watkins. Jamie Hughes are carrying well. As front rowers, back to the short side comes Dowell. Really getting some touches in the second half early. Rees, definitely the game has speeded up, but brilliant tackle coming in from Lloyd Lewis.
Good work.
Newport's defence working again. Jack Jones with the hard yards. Rees looking for protection. Just no way through. Lee Rees has sped the game up here, definitely, Steph.
He has, and he's brought the forwards onto the gain line a lot quicker. Because he takes a couple of steps with his scoot, he gives the forwards an opportunity to be flat.
But Newport have it again. Reynolds now then. Ooh, was it a wrap in that tackle? Referee says no. Either that or he didn't roll away. Nah, didn't roll away. Happy with the tackle, Adam Jones, but didn't roll away, and Josh Reynolds has felt the brunt of that.
Left arm wrap, okay? Didn't see the right, but the tackle's not rolling.
That's a brilliant tackle.
Good tackle. That was Ben Earl, it'd be a penalty, wouldn't it?
Right on the borderline. Oshan Davis is a big man. You could argue both ways, couldn't you? Because he did lead with his arm there, just didn't quite get the complete wrap. Josh Reynolds has shaken it off. Good to see.
Any England fans watching, Steph will be screaming because Ben Earl was given a penalty against him for that type of tackle, but Adam Jones said he was happy with the left arm wrap. And now Newport then, meanwhile, in the 22, Matt O'Brien's kicked the touch, is taken now by Landman. They're looking for another try. You feel that a converted try would make a massive difference. 2 scores in these conditions, and through now they come. The 10 metres out.
Won the ball.
Shea Hope, perhaps Llandovery won it. Yes, they have. What a turnover that is. Wow, chance gone begging for Newport, and Lee Rees has the chance to clear.
Leave it, you two, leave it.
Left-footed.
Will
take a big kick into the wind. And he does well, but that's a vital turnover from Llandovery.
Superb turnover. I'm not sure who it was, but it was a brilliant line to start with.
The line, Red.
From Shea Forster-Smith, I think it was, back on the angle on the inside, but brilliant work at the contact area. Again, though, Newport playing all the territory.
Chance again for Newport after Lee Rees's kick. Just getting inside the 22. The pick and go, the rumble is on now. They build. There's the captain, Ben Roach. Happy to spend time in the 20. Hugh Reynolds has got through a lot of work. He's under pressure in the scrum and on a warning, but carrying well. as is the hooker, Wade Langley.
Just won the ball, boys.
Llandovery have stolen it again. They're just too good for them at the tackle area. Maynard, little show and go back inside to Jones. Llandovery trying, was he held? No. So he gets across the 22. Reese, Maynard, under pressure. Good carry. Now then, what can Llandovery do? Looking to play, it's in their DNA. The keeper, here goes Reese. Oh!
You've created a gap, Barry, and you've taken 5 past.
Oh, just a clear a bit too far past there, Steph.
He did a brilliant job originally. I think it's just the last couple of steps where he really makes it obvious. We just watch it on slow motion. What he's trying to do is just take Bernard Landman out a little bit there. That's enough. He doesn't need to carry on going.
You know, I think Landman might have held on to Watkins.
Oh, that's clever.
It's just enough intent for referee Adam Jones, but he's so lively, Reese, isn't he, around that breakdown.
No surprises to see Newport going for 3 points here. They've worked really hard over the last 5-10 minutes, but haven't really got much reward. Llandovery's breakdown compete has been really top draw, so they'll take 3 and come back again.
Well, any points will do. O'Brien, does he curl it round? He does, on the wind, and that could prove crucial. Takes Newport 4 points clear. Matt O'Brien with all the points and the changes are being made by Sam Hobbs, acting as head coach tonight. Tom Workman is on with 17 for Reynolds. The new hooker, Henry Palmer, coming on for Wade Langley. Finally, Josh Morse, I think, is on.
Nine.
Well, that's some kick if that goes in. It's going to go dead, Step. And we saw it with Newport in the first half. That's the risk you run with this wind.
Well, I thought there was a 50-22. It was an enormous kick. Clearly the wind is strong, and he struck it really well. He's just unlucky that the bounce takes it infield rather than off.
It would have been some kick. Well, it was some kick. It's just unfortunately the bounce, as Steph says, just takes it and only just crept over as Jack Maynard and Jack Davis watch it. And there it goes. And they go all the way back up to where Jacob Lloyd initiated the kick. He's devastated. And it'll be a scrum. And the way Llandovery's scrum has been going, this is their chance.
And you feel like they have to take an opportunity at some point. They've had so many chances down here in Newport's half throughout the game. Lack of accuracy probably cost them.
Free kick that time. With Josh Morse on at loose head with his fellow Wales under-20s squad member Harry Thomas. Great for under-20s players to come and play in a game like this in the Indigo Premiership, Steph.
It's so important, and you know, it's one of the big reasons why the Indigo Prem is here and is competitive. We have opportunities for these boys to really play. Well, and that's why they need the development, because whereas Llandovery have been so on top in the scrum, now all of a sudden a couple of changes, and Christian Brook with no number on his back is on a tight dead. New front row for Newport, and the referee Adam Jones turns the scrum penalty around to Newport. Well, what a swing. Big statement that, wasn't it? Big statement. You'd expect Llandovery with all their dominance to be strong here, but it's a great Newport scrum. New front row for Newport, and deservedly get the penalty. And these moments are adding up, and they're the big moments where opportunity for Llandovery, and they're not executing.
And now O'Brien happy to pump it into the air, but he's put way too much on that. That's gone into lane 6 of the athletics track, which tells you a man of Matt O'Brien's skill misjudging the wind.
Yeah, I'd be frustrated with that. The decision to kick was a great decision because they figured under the high ball. The wind is obviously very strong here as well.
Is it the case, Steph, of trying not to lose it or going out and trying to win it?
Yeah, both teams seem to be at the stage where they're trying not to lose it.
First defence is not straight. Option, scrum or line.
It's all difficult now. All the skills are difficult, and that's why I asked the question, because sometimes in games like this, Steph, it's easier to play without the ball.
It is, and Newport have played majority of the game without the ball. Their defence has been really well organised, and we've seen as the game's built, Llandovery haven't really capitalised on all that possession, and psychologically it starts building that pressure, and that man, I'm sure, will be very pleased with his team's effort so far.
I'd be saying there's no need for Tyrone Morris to come back.
Set, steady.
I'm so sure Ty would agree with that. Now then, another scrum. Newport tails are up in the scrum. What a turnaround this has been. Well, it was exactly the other way in the first half, and now the changes by Hobbs, former front rower himself, have been made, and it's all Newport at the scrum. Christian Brook. You know, if you had some aliens come down and they asked what does a tight head prop look like in Welsh rugby, you would show them a picture of Christian Brook, wouldn't you?
Perfect example. And he's doing his job exceptionally well.
He is. Here's the scrum.
Again, as difficult as it is for Josh Morse and Harry Thomas, it's a great learning experience for them, isn't it? In these big games against, you know, great players.
Yeah, Lamman again, he's been good in the lineup. Shea Hope has been good at 9. Lloyd Lewis coming in, tried to step it, got it away well. Fullback Jacob Lloyd. But defences have been good in the back line for both teams, has to be said. Hope now having to go back on himself. O'Brien readjusts, bring in Henry Palmer, the replacement hooker. O'Brien again, out the back this time. Over the top, was that forward? Yes, it was, to Ben Roach. Risky pass in these windy conditions.
I'm not sure if Llandovery will want to scrum. Game's being played right in this middle third.
So these two teams, they're keenly matched. Llandovery have won 15 league games in a row. Newport have won 11 league games in a row. See, Ponty won 3, but something's got to give tonight. Both teams in really good position for home semi-finals. Does it really matter?
I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference. Maybe psychologically going towards the end of the season, but you know, you look at both teams. Newport missing a lot of quality players. Llandovery made 8 or 9 changes for this game, so I imagine when we see these teams playing again, it'll be maybe final, semi-final, and a lot of different players.
Well, it's a record that Iris Evans won't want to relinquish, that's for sure. 17 in all competitions, big games to come. But 8 changes made by both teams tonight. Jack Maynard dribbles a little kick. Didn't quite make the 50-22, and Newport good drills in the lineup, but it's been knocked on by Landman.
Knock on.
Now, scrum has been all Newport second half since the changes, but it is a great attacking position.
Thanks, boys. Thank you.
Just a quick word, Step, big one tomorrow. They're all big in the URC, but we'll come back and talk to you about that now. Let's go down to Lauren Jenkins first.
Diolch Owain. Sam Hobbs yn cadw cwmni fi. The front row changes proved successful, Sam. Those, couple of scrum penalties, they feel like a turning point in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously Llandovery had the upper hand first half. You know, all credit to them, they're a good pack. Change the subs on 50, change the rest perception a bit. We managed to get back on top of that arm wrestle.
Managing the second half well, but a word on how you managed the first, particularly without the wind.
Yeah, like obviously the conditions have been coming in all day, and that wind's proving really tricky. Meshes the half-time words like he's not going to win the game, so I think Llandovery have probably got the capability to do exactly the same as what we did first half with their kicking game and stuff. So we need to make sure that we're sure on our kicks, not putting them out on the full, and then taking our opportunities when we get into their 22 and their half.
Sam, thanks for your time. Diolch yn fawr.
pretty honest and considered.
A good clean rip.
Set of statements from Sam Hobbs, and
time off.
there seems to be quite a lot of turnovers as we talked about, Steph. You know, here's another one coming up. Llandovery have played a lot of rugby. They've scored a lot of tries. They're averaging about 5 tries a game, and it's credit to Newport's defence tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the way that Newport have defended, they've targeted the ball quite a lot on the carries and the breakdown. And they'll be disappointed with little errors like that. But their defence has been a reason why they're in front in this game, to be honest.
And there's a man who's had a big impression on this game, Berry Watkins, not just in the scrum, but his ball carrying and his distribution. And he's going to be replaced by Gitto Jones at tight Ted wearing 18. Still a long way to go, 19 minutes in this one. Wind is still up in the favour of Newport, but Llandovery now win a line out. Maynard gets it back, he's really well hit. Now then, the chase is on. Jack Davis is back there. He's got a bit of gas and a bit of guile.
Held their line.
Beats the first man, does well, the full-back. Again, Newport are well over that ball, but Reese has the chance. Jones, big carry on the wide channel there. Harry Dole hasn't quite found the space that he would have liked. Now then, here they come. Powell. Reese to Maynard into midfield. That's Josh Morse, lovely hands, great offload from the young loose head. Up steps Rodri Jones, gone through a lot of work tonight. The experience centre. Reese picks his head up. There's that little scoot run that Steph Hughes was talking about.
First man.
Newport over the ball again. It's just been imperious. It's a beautiful kick down the tram lines. Look at them go. There's a chance here. Shea Hope had the gas. He had the wheels. We saw him in the first half create a try for Matt O'Brien. There was a beautiful kick into space on turnover, and the young scrum half from the Dragons Academy did the rest.
Oh, he's been special tonight. 2 big moments, 2 big tries for Newport. He's been the difference in this game, Shea Hope. Brilliant wheels down the wing.
I remember the name. He might be Academy player, Newport now, but have a look at this, Steph.
Again, we spoke about Newport's defence, the line speed, the compete over the ball, and then the understanding to kick it through. Look where he comes from.
Admittedly, he's up against a forward, but he was like Usain Bolt going down that left-hand touchline. The ball stayed in field, and he touches it down with aplomb. The turnover was from centre Shane Foster-Smith. There it is, look at this. The centre's in there, gets the ball, clever kick from Iwan Purse-Jones. But it wasn't the winger, it was the scrum half that showed the wheels.
Just a great team try, really. First of all, the line speed, then the turnover, the understanding that Llandovery wouldn't have anyone in the backfield to kick to. And then the pace from Shea Hope to finish it off. And a huge moment in the game.
Oh. And Matt O'Brien rubs salt into the wound with a touchline conversion that takes Newport 11 points clear. It's 17 points to 6.
This is a big effort now for Llandovery to get back into the game, into this wind. Just over 15 left.
It's been 2 sucker punches really, one either half, hasn't it? And Shea Hope has been right in the middle of both of those, creating one, scoring another. And Newport now have control of the game, and they have control of possession. Hope again demands a caterpillar style protection as he puts the ball out into touch, and why not? They can consolidate. They have a 11-point lead, and a good kick up towards halfway.
12.
Any involvement with the Dragons setup, senior setup for Shea Hope so far?
Yeah, he's been involved quite heavily in training, obviously with the opposition team, and he's looked really busy, really energetic in training as well. So I think he's going to have a real bright future.
Interception was knocked on, but so close. Nearly claimed by John Morris.
Rebel.
Llandovery just look, dare I say, Steph, a little bit beaten here.
Yeah, they're just trying to force things now a little bit. They understand that they're behind and they got to score.
Time off then, just
he's lucky there. I'm not sure he's going to catch that. But Newport are in a great position now where they can really bring line speed and force Llandovery to try and do something special, because in these conditions it's hard to execute skill under pressure.
Rodri Jones is gone. He's been busy tonight. Bigger fish to fry maybe later in the season, but he's replaced by Ilan Phillips.
Bind. Set. Steady.
2 tries to nil to Newport, 17-6. Stuart Worrell is on, wearing 20. Chance, Jack Davis shows a clean pair of heels. Newport cover comes. Great break by the fullback. Now then, still time for Llandovery. What can they do? That's the hooker, Harry Thomas. It's gone to Harry Dowell. Can he get a try in his 50th appearance? The cover comes in. Shea Foster-Smith. Lee Rees really has made a difference coming on. Claimed on the floor by captain Jack Jones. Still there for Llandovery. What can they do? Into the 22 for what feels like the first time in this second half. Worrell. Rees looks to the short side to Dowell. And it was well marshalled by Newport. The knock-on. Just a little telegraphed.
Second.
And as much as some of the Newport forwards go down on their knees, that's about all Llandovery have at the moment.
There's a lot better set for Llandovery. They looked a lot more energetic. Jack Davis has been really busy at full-back. He's looked sharp. He's had some great defenders beaten, but Lee Rees has moved the ball quickly as well. But you've got to give credit to Newport's defence. Even in tough situations where they've lost gain line, they've been able to reorganise well, and in the end they just do enough to keep Llandovery out.
Yeah, you can see they were waiting for that. Foster-Smith and a few other Newport defenders. There's Christian Brook, the tight head replacement. Now he looks okay.
Time back on then.
And coming up, some football. Colwyn Bay, Aberystwyth. And then Saturday, 2:45, it's the Ospreys against the South African team, the Lions. Cardiff Met will take on TNS on Saturday at 5 o'clock. And then it's Munster, Saturday night, taking on Cardiff. Munster fresh from their win over the Ospreys last week.
Set. Steady.
Newport then much more solid at the scrum. Shea Hope reveling in his performance tonight, and puts another brilliant kick straight down the touchline. That even though Jack Davis dropped his step, that was over the touchline.
Yeah, great kick again. First it starts with the solid platform at scrum, win behind, and he's playing with a huge amount of confidence, isn't he? And rightly so.
Number 10, Red.
Jack Maynard is off.
Number 11, he's coming off as well.
Seeing for him, I think Shea Maynard has gone. He's done enough. A try, an assist, and a very, very good game from the scrum half. Llandovery have a long way to go. Jack Davis trying to run out of trouble again. Lewis Bates is on, and I think Shea Hope might be the man that's gone.
Use it!
Indeed, he's in front of us, putting
We're inside.
a warm jacket on. Good clearance kick coming in. So 11 points and 11 minutes. So what can Lee Rees do?
Seven.
Sam Potter is on for Llandovery, making his debut.
What's the number,
Wearing
boys?
22.
5. Time back on.
Llandovery emptying the bench, maybe keeping a couple of boys back for the final next week. Good opportunity for these boys to get some exposure in a great game, in a tough game.
Yeah, difficult conditions, difficult opponents. And you're right, big one coming up against Merthyr, the 7th of April at the Principality Stadium. And Llandovery, they've never done the double in their history, so is this the year? Harry Dowell would love to score on his 50th penalty. So it's not over yet, and that might be an extra 10. Matt O'Brien knocking the ball on from Liam Rees.
Always running forwards and made the tackle. Number 20, yellow.
You've got to say Newport have been really good as well today, and you look at the players that they could potentially have coming back from injury towards the end of the season. It'll be a real competitive semi-finals, finals, so really something to look forward to.
Yeah, good finish to the season at this level. Cup final coming up. We've got the road to the Principality. We've got the Indigo Premiership coming to a head. Newport getting all the breaks now. Henry Palmer as we move into the last 10 minutes of the game. 23 is Lewis Bates on permit from Monmouth RFC, scrum half.
Play on.
Llandovery will still look to at least get into losing bonus point territory. But if we're honest, they haven't really looked like scoring this half.
No, not at all. And they've been really well marshalled, I think. They've tried to move the ball. They have created a few opportunities. Here's one.
Great break there, Max Page. Now that
tackle.
Still time. Rees spurring them on, play out the back. A jinking run from Page. Hasn't really been able to unleash himself. Good prospect for the future. Another one here. Young Lou said. Josh Morse. Pick and go still with Llandovery. No error there, says referee Adam Jones. Rees squirms it away. Up that short side. Jack Davis had an excellent game of fullback for Llandovery. Rees generating quick ball. Sean Davis is on. Stuart Worrell is on in the back row. Some big carries coming in now. This is the closest really Llandovery have been to score in this half. Newport just looks so content to wrap them up. Plenty of black and amber shirts. Landman lays over that one and gets the turnover. You sort of sensed it was coming, Steph.
Another example really of how well organised Newport have been, but what they've done well, the detail within it, is they've tackled in doubles, they've looked to target ball, so it's made it really difficult for Llandovery to get any sort of gain line. But then once it's on the floor, because there's two Newport players around it, it makes the ruck messy and the speed of ball slow, and it really impairs on the speed in Llandovery's game. Just look at this example here. Bang, both of them in on ball, nowhere to go, target the ball. As soon as it hits the deck, they can stay in there because it's a maul. And it's just an absolute nightmare, really, for Llandovery scrum half Lee Rees to get any hands on the ball.
As soon as it goes to ground there, Landman doesn't move. Two experienced players there, Ben Roach, Ryan Landman. And the black and ambers here at the Newport Stadium. Some good support for them, have been on top. They've dealt with the conditions better. And taken the two tries that have come their way. This is Jack Davis. Looks in a bit of pain. I think he just got his leg and ankle caught in the tackle there. He's a good young prospect. I watched him come through the Rugby Power Schools and Colleges League. And he looks in a lot of pain there, Steph.
Yeah, he does. Really unfortunate, because he's been really good today. Not just today, through the season. As you said, you watching his development, he's really been someone to keep an eye on, and we hope that it's not too bad.
Well, we hope Jack is okay.
Yeah, take your time.
The clock is stopped. We've got some more Indigo Premiership action coming up on the 11th of April. Carmarthen Quins against Ebbw Vale. Ebbw Vale riding high in the top 4. They then take on Gwent rivals Pontypool on the 18th of April, and then a home fixture for Llandovery. They played so many away games. They look forward to going back to Churchbank and taking on Bridgend on the 25th of April. So 2 tries, Steph Hughes, and well taken ones, has to be said.
Yeah, this one against the run of play, really. Quick tap from Shea Hope into the wind, understands into the wind. That's a great option for them to have, and Matt O'Brien's on his shoulder. And this one was a team turnover first of all. Iwan Priest-Jones sees the space in behind, and Shea Hope flying through.
A lot of people say to me who don't really fully understand the intricacies of the game, Steph, why do you kick the ball on turnover? Well, do you want to explain to all my mates who ask me that?
Yeah, well, usually, obviously, from an attack perspective, when you're attacking, all your backs, your wingers, your full-back and your outside half are all in the front line attacking. So any turnover space, there's no one in the backfield at all, so they'll be scrambling to run back to cover a huge amount of space. Usually full-back will run out of the line, and that's where there are huge kick opportunities if you're accurate enough.
Thank you, Steph Hughes. Take notes. Anyone ask me that question in the pub in the future? Not that I go to the pub anymore, Steph. Just understand. So we're waiting here for young Jack Hughes. Unfortunately, the stretcher is on. You could see him just wince as he went into the challenge, and he's got his foot caught, and it looks like an ankle injury. We wish him all the very best. So while we're waiting, we'll go down and have a listen to Lauren Jenkins again.
Ydw, gaethon ni sgwrs gyda fe cyn y gêm Iwan Priest-Jones. Popeth wedi mynd o'ch blaid chi hyn, a be wneud di o perfformiad y tîm?
Perfformiad dda gan y tîm. Rwy'n ni wedi cael good chat a ddim colli tempo o'r hanner gyntaf, a just wneud mwy o gwaith yn open play, so fel structure mwy gyflym a dod mewn i sefyllfa a sefyllfa'n mwy gyflym.
A mae rai bod e wedi fod yn wythnos ymarfer Dafydd, achos 8 newid yn dod mewn i hon, a mae boeth fel ti a'r lleill nawr yn ysu, dwi'n siŵr, i fod yn rhan o'r gemau rhwng nawr a ddiwedd tymor. Chi eisiau fod yn rhan o'r gemau'r gyfle, reit?
Gemau fel hwn, rwy'n edrych mlaen i chwarae, oherwydd rwy ddim yn gwybod os rwy'n mynd i dechrau neu cael rhan o'r gem, ond pan nath fi cael y cyfle i dechrau, rwy fi jyst i cymryd efo 2 llaw a wneud fy ngorau allan ar eich cael.
A ti wedi, a mae Cai wedi bod yn sôn am pa mor bwysig yw momentum, really bwysig ennill rhwng nawr a ddiwedd tymor. Ydych chi'n barod, o'ch chi'n mynd mlaen i ennill on wedi selio'ch lle yn y 2 ucha, ond chi methu felly gorbwysleisio pa mor bwysig yw i barhau ar rhediad na?
Just cymryd gêm ar each game boys thing, yn lle meddwl am y gêm nesaf, chwarae gêm hwn, gorffen, a wedyn bydd ni'n trafod am y gêm nesaf penwythnos nesaf, so edrych ymlaen.
Siwr byddwn ni'n gweld ti ar ddiwedd y tymor, Iwan, diolch yn fawr.
Diolch.
Sadly, there's Jack Davis, the Llandovery fullback, going off in a lot of pain. All the very best to him for a speedy recovery.
Steady. 9.
Llandovery had used all of their replacement, Steph, so double trouble. Now, Newport can enjoy themselves. A little bit of space out there on that far side. Huge gain line, and the Llandovery forwards have to scurry back. That's the halfway line. Newport tails are up to get the penalty. Lewis Bates, placement scrum half, tries to get the ball from Llandovery. And in full control now. Don't think they'll have enough time to get the 4 tries, but they'll certainly be looking to put the final nail in the coffin here.
It's going to be difficult for Llandovery now without Jack Davis, their full back, but also without the experience of their starting players. A lot of younger guys have an opportunity there, so they just want to stick in the fight for the last 5-6 minutes. Newport will be looking to enjoy themselves and try and get another one.
Yeah, Matt O'Brien there, looking like he is enjoying himself. It's a great position for them to be in now. Top of the table clash. A bit of bragging rights. Will it have too much effect on the final outcome? Probably not. Both teams likely to make home semi-finals, but Newport want to finish strong here now. Henry Palmer at the back of that maul. Newport still going into the 22. Palmer still has it. Bates waits. There he is. Little stutter. A take by John Morris. Out to O'Brien. They've got an extra man here. Lloyd Lewis. The catch and give. Chance now in that far corner.
Off the foot, yeah, play on. Off the yellow
Bates
foot.
gets it. O'Brien. Ryan and Landman still going. The experienced second row. Bates brings in replacement. Tom Workman. The referee spotted something.
It's clear. Wait. Number 16, there's no arms in the tackle. Uses a speed bump.
That's just really compounded things for the visitors now. Off goes Harry Thomas.
Corner, okay, let's go.
And I suppose Iris Evans will just want to see the end of the game now, Steph.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. It's been a very difficult second half.
Llandovery, yellow card for Llandovery, number 15, Humpeg Jack Davis. The same bit as ever, sponsored by Jonathan Hawaiian Shepherd.
Right in the corner. Now then, this is prime territory for Landman, and he does get up at the front and wins it. Chance right at the death here for Newport to really seal the deal. They've got the momentum, they've got the ball. There's the try line. Adam Jones, arm goes in the air, and as expected, it is the hooker Henry Palmer. The impetus came from Landman, who won it at the front, and Newport now, well, they've got this one in the bag.
Well, it's a brilliant team try. The pack, the boys are coming off the bench, have made a huge difference for Newport up front. I feel the maul's really well formed, and they've got the experience of Ryan and Landman in the middle. Henry Palmer scores it, but it's a pack try, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one of those guys as Steph talks about, Christian Brook, Palmer, Tom Workman. You know, they've all played their part there, but it's Henry Palmer that gets the reward of the try. And Matt O'Brien, who's marshalled it all, and his early try in the first half has been immaculate off the tee too. Adds the extras. It's 24-6. It's a maul try. They have half-time, but a classic.
Llandovery obviously without Harry Thomas, the hooker, as well, and it's really well formed. They just managed to stay tight and go straight through the middle.
To finish from the hooker. Now then, are they hungry enough to try and get the fourth try? 3 minutes to go. Llandovery are beaten, and their 15-game unbeaten league run is coming to an end.
Newport's man of the match tonight is Rugby, number 8, and captain Ben Roach.
Keep the gap there, don't close, quick.
Then sponsored by the Red Lion Bar Boys.
Just stay where you are there, yeah.
Ryan Landman, he's been instrumental tonight as captain Ben Roach, who's just been nominated the supporters player of the match. It's a little funny at the front.
Okay, the line-out isn't straight.
Didn't
and then
quite
we have
work.
A knock on, so
not straight, says Adam Jones, who
Scrum.
himself has had a good game.
Scrum, line-out not straight.
So the final 2 minutes, yellow card, of course, for Harry Thomas, the Llandovery hooker. So I would imagine we'll either have Craig,
Yeah, we will, because we've got a front row.
Thomas back on.
Number
That's
7.
the replay,
Yeah,
the
we're
flanker.
contested, yeah.
Of course, Stuart Wall having to throw in with
Front row on.
Harry Thomas yellow carded. And now we have a scrum situation where the first hooker, Craig Thomas, comes back on. And Llandovery have had to lose a player.
Five.
No, number 8.
Set. Steady.
For Llandovery. Newport with the scrum.
9.
Coming up to a minute ago. Last chance saloon to get the bonus point try. O'Brien ships it across. Out the back it goes to Lloyd Lewis, the gas man. 12 tries into Llandovery half. Bates to O'Brien, flat across into midfield. Options both sides. They come right to O'Brien. They're queuing up. It was David wearing 20 now for Newport, but they've been pushed back by Llandovery. Bravely defending. Chance on the outside. Play on, says the referee. Lloyd Lewis is still out there on the left.
I agree, yeah.
A little bit messy, but it's still there for Newport. There's still chance. They build again. Llandovery with Ryan and Landman calling for it. He got it. Has he got the gas? He made up the ground. But young Sam Potter did the cover in. I think it was Island Phillips, actually. Ryan Landman has enjoyed himself out there tonight. He was calling for it on this right-hand touch line. It was a bit far for him. And young Phillips just got there first. There he is, waving across.
Yellow ball touched into touch by red.
Well, it is a Newport ball as well, because it was touched in by Phillips. So Newport will have another shot as the clock is in the red. Last line out then. Landman it is who has the final say in the lineup. It's a long way to maul the ball, but Palmer has it. At the back already one try for the replacement. He looks up. Llandovery do well to repel it. Bates has to play. O'Brien, they've got the extra man. A poor pass from the outside half for once. But Newport keep it alive. Has it gone forward? Relax. Yes, it has. And that will be the end of the game. 3 tries it was in the end. Lloyd Lewis celebrates. Newport deserved winners in difficult conditions. A strong win here at the Newport Stadium. Ryan Landman was good. Captain Ben Roach was good, but probably the shining light for Shea Hope, the scrum half. 1 assist for Matt O'Brien's first half try against the wind, and then a superb solo effort in the second half for Newport's second try. So Newport will go top of the Indigo Premiership with a comprehensive win over visitors Llandovery. Newport win by 24 points to 6.
A dyma be mae'r canlyniad yn golygu i'r tabl. Casnewydd, felly yn neidio uwchben y Llandovery am y tro o leia. Nhw sydd ar y brig. Cofiwch, maen nhw wedi chwarae un gêm yn fwy na'r Porthmin. A mae gêm yn erbyn Abertawe, Aberafan a Pen y Bont gyda tîm Euros Evans i ddod. Ond ar ôl ffeinal y cwpan wrth gwrs wythnos nesaf. A sawl gêm i ddod y penwythnos yma yn yr Indigo Prem fyd. A chofiwch, mae Caerdydd, Pontypridd a Pontypool a Merthyr i gyd yn y ras i orffen yn bedwerydd a chyrraedd y gemau ail gyfle. Felly mae digon yn y fantol dros y penwythnos. Y Steph Hughes nawr yn cael cwmni un o'r chwaraewyr.
Fi'n cael cwmni syr yn y gêm, Ryan Langman a captain Casnewydd Ben Roach. Ryan, you're the man of the match today. Brilliant performance from yourself, but also you must be chuffed with the team's performance.
Oh, 100%. The last 10, 11 matches, 11 on the bounce is really, really good. I've now won more games in 11 matches than I did 3 years in Dragons before I left to France. So I'm very, very happy. It's good. That's why we play the game, why we work, and to this 30 minutes after the game to have a beer all together with a W is great fun.
100%. And your defence as a team was exceptional tonight. Is that something you've worked on in the week?
Line of defence?
No, just generally, yeah. Double tackles, big impact in the rucks.
Yeah, we knew they want to play fast. I think they put 50 on well with a quick ruck ball. So we said double tackles, 2 working the tackle, we slow the ball down. And it's easy to defend if your defence is set, isn't it? So on the line, we'll get off the line and make double hits. It worked well for us tonight.
Brilliant, well done, congratulations. Yeah. Thanks for your time. Ben, brilliant performance, as I said, from yourselves. How important is that going into, obviously, the latter stages of the season, having had a win over Llandovery here?
Oh, it's huge. You know, like Brian just said, that's their 12th game on the bounce now.
for us to keep going, keep building for that. They're a very good outfit, and just going into that playoffs and with that boost of confidence that we've played at the moment the 3 playoff teams in the last month, and we've come up with a W on each occasion, so it gives us a great boost of confidence going into those games.
Brilliant, thanks for your time, Rochi, all the best, thanks. Cheers. Nôl I studio.
Diolch, Steph. Roi'n Llanman yn ser yn y gêm, ond falle oedd yn anodd dewis ser yn y gêm, achos chi'n edrych ar perfformiad y tîm yn gyfan gwbl, oedd na ymdrech na draws y cae fan.
Pob glod fi'n credu oedd pob un i wario rôl nhw yn y perfformiad na, fi'n credu yr amddiffyn ar diwedd y dydd, fi'n credu nath ennill y gêm na i Gasnewydd with y ddoi cais yr ail hanner na di dod wrth gefen amddiffyn da Casnewydd, fel nath Lanman sôn yn gweud pan wy'r pethau wedi cael i reoli yn gynnar, oedd nhw'n dod oddi ar y llinell, a nhw'n gallu ennill y gwrthdrawiadau yna, achos na siwt mae Llandovery moyn ware, maen nhw'n moyn ware gyda cyflymdra, a sa'n credu gallen ni cownto felly ar un llaw faint o weithiau na Llandovery tynnu'r bêl na nôl yn ddwfwn o'r olwyr i'r blaenwyr, a wnaethon ni sôn ydy'r cyfuniad na sydd gyda'r olwyr a'r blaenwyr gyda Llandovery, a awn nhw ffeili gael hwnna mewn i gêm nhw, ond mae fe gyd lawr i amddiffyn Casnewydd, felly pob glod i nhw.
Nôl â ni i Steph, sy'n cael cwmni Harry Dole.
Fi gael cwmni Harry Dole. Harry, llongwch chi ar un gyntaf, 50fed cap i Llandovery. Ti fod nhw'n bles iawn ar achievement na?
Fi wedi wared rygbi, clwb Llandovery, pryd o fi wedi bod yn 12 mlynedd, so i cael 50 cap i clwb fi, so fi'n hapus.
Da iawn, a jyst siarad am y perfformiad yn anodd yn amlwg gyda y rownd derfynol wythnos nesaf. Beth chi'n cymryd mas o'r gêm na, chi'n mynd i helpu chi erbyn wythnos nesaf, ti'n meddwl?
Fi credu, mae eisiau ni ware manna iawn y ca. Hyn o falle bydd ni'n gorchware. Falle roi trod i'r ware pêl drod da, roi trod mewn i'r pêl. So, wythnos nesaf bydd e lan i ware cup rugby falle. So, byddai'n camp wahanol, ware Merthyr yn y stadiwm, so gobeithio gawn ni troi rownd.
Pob lwc i chi am hwnna, llong chi eto am 50fed cap i Llandovery heno. Diolch. Nôl i ti, Lauren.
Sam Hobbs sy'n nawr yn ymuno ni hyfforddwr Casnewydd. First things first, congratulations, not only on the win, but on securing a home semi-final. What does that mean to you in the club?
Home semi-final, that was the objective over the last couple of blocks and couple of games. I thought tonight was probably, billed as too high-tempo attacking sides and ended up a bit of a slugfest in the weather. So, to be fair, we're under no illusion. It was probably a bit of a phony war tonight, and the real games are going to be in a month's time now. So, but really good. We've got a home playoff. That's what we wanted to get it.
The scrum probably was on the back foot in our first half, but you must be happy with our second half performance from your forwards, from a defensive line-out point of view, and getting over for the driving line-out.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about Llandovery having that all-court game, but it starts with them up front, and I thought they were probably on top of scrum first half. But we knew we put a lot of homework into our defensive line-out all season, and we kept us in the game probably first half. And then I thought the impact of our bench then sort of turned the tide, and we sort of ground into that game there.
Let's take a look at Shea Hope's try to begin with. We were just saying it was hard to pick a man of the match because it was a team effort, but this man was key for you, influential in both tries. The first two, certainly.
Yeah, look, Shea's been superb all season. He came back from the 20s in South Africa last year, and he's really managed to put a lot of form and continuity in. To be fair, he's banging the door down to probably get involved in that Dragons senior squad at the moment every week. The good things about him, like we see his speed of play there and his finishing, but his speed of pass and his accuracy is outstanding as well. And hopefully in the playoffs he'll make a big difference.
Sure he will. And your take on this one, Henry Palmer, the one that really took the game away from Llandovery.
I think the forwards were we have a bit of a cake club driving maul, so every time we score a driving maul, the boys have a cake on a Tuesday, so a lot of the front five will be happy with that. But again, we do a lot of work on our set piece. Scrum obviously needed a bit of work first half, but our drive is where we pride ourselves really.
And Ty often talks about momentum, how important it is to keep on winning. You can't overemphasise that, can you? Like a loss at this stage of the season can have a negative effect.
Yeah, definitely. Like momentum going into the end of the season is huge, and we can't underestimate the impact of our squad. We've rested a few boys, rotated a few boys who've gone into the Dragons as well over the last couple of weeks. But the boys who've come in have really shown that they're capable of this level. And selection time come the playoffs now is going to be real tight. We've got two big games coming off to finish strong now, but anything can happen in the playoffs. The top 4 have beaten each other all season, home and away. So we're looking forward to that.
Sam, thanks for your time. You got a bit of a jog back to the changing room, so I'll let you go. Diolch yn fawr. A mae hwnna'n pwynt teilwng, achos mae lot o'r boes yn chwarae heddi, 8-9 i'r ddau dîm. Maen nhw eisiau fod yn rhan o'r gêm ar ddiwedd y tymor, a falle fyddan nhw, ond oedd unrhyw un arall di really creu argraff yn y tŷ fan.
Yn gwmwys, ti'n ware'r gêm ma, achos ti'n moyn ware yn y gêmau mowr, a ar diwedd y dydd, dwi ddim yn mynd yn lot yn fwy o seis na pam chi'n ware yn y gêm y diwetha na, mae pob pwynt yn cyfri, mae popeth yn... mae popeth yn cyfri a chi moyn ware yn erbyn y gorau yn y gyngrair ar diwedd y dydd. Oedd y ddoi dîm allan fyna heno na'r ddoi dîm sydd wedi bod yn gosod y safon yn ystod y tymor i gyd. Felly mae'r tîm oedd y gyd yn ei edrych ar y ddoi dîm a targedu nhw blwyddyn nesaf, achos ar hyn o bryd mae Llandovery a Casnewydd, falle pen y sgwyddau o blaen y lleill.
Right, mae mwy ymateb nawr gyda Steph Hughes.
Jack Maynard, mas o'r Llandovery sy'n cadw cwmni i fi. Jack, dy sesiad i o'r gêm na heno?
Oedd e wastad yn mynd i fod yn gêm galed. Casnewydd un o'r tîmau gorau yn y cyngrair am y mynyddoedd diwethaf i fod yn onest. So, wastad yn mynd i fod yn galed, cwpl o boes cael gêmau heddiw fyd. Ond falle hanner gynta, set piece, o'n i'n colli lot o pel yn y llinell. So, bach o gwaith catre yna wrthnos mynd mewn i wrthnos nesaf.
Siarad am wrthnos nesaf, rownd derfynol yn y Principality yn erbyn Merthyr, chi fod nhw fod yn edrych mlaen yn fawr iawn am hwnna.
Mae'r boes yn real excited. Mae boes wedi bod ar dan yn y wythnosau diwetha, so mae popeth wedi bod yn adeiladu at yr gêm na, so fingers crossed nawr ar ôl hynny, wais yn ei lan bach a allwn ni cael gobeithio bydd y goliaeth wythnos nesaf.
Gret, diolch o'r am ti a pob lwc. Diolch, Jack.
Right, ni wedi siarad hyn ddigon am yr olwyr, felly ni'n mynd i troi'n sylw at y sgrym unwaith yn rhagor. Dy bwnc di, Ifan Phillips, a oedd pethau... Wel, oedd Casnewydd i troi pethau ar ei phen yn yr ail hanner. Oedd e mor syml a jyst newid y rheng blaen?
Fi'n credu bod e wedi cael dylanwad mowr ar y gêm. Oedd y sgrym... Stori o ddoi hanner fe, oedd y sgrym yn y hanner cynta na gyda Llandovery mor bwerus, mor grif, a ti'n teimlo fel bod hwnna'n mynd i gael hwnna bydd y reswm falle bydd y Llandovery'n rhedeg bantai. Ond yn yr ail hanner, y lyddion yn cael ei wneud, Henry Palmer yn dod blaen, y propen tin yn dod blaen, a wy'n i'n meddwl o hwnna'n yn drobwynt enfawr yn y gêm ar foment falle gath Casnewydd y kick-osp cynta na yn yr ail hanner, o ti yn dechrau meddwl falle bod Casnewydd yn mynd i gallu troi hwn rownd a falle jyst gwasgu pethau mas o Llandovery, ond pob clodyn oedd hwnna'n agwedd o gêm nhw wedi gweithio ar fel nath Sam Hobbs sôn a oedd wedi talu ffrwythyn nhw.
Steph Hughes di ail ymuno ni, a mae rai fi ofyn i ti, Steph, oedd Llandovery yn dod mewn i hwn yn gwybod o ddim rhaid iddyn nhw ennill i gyrraedd y gêm ail gyfle i sicrhau gêm ar eu tom yn eu hunain. Mae gêm cwpan dyn nhw penwythnos nesaf, felly dylsen ni wedi cael ein synnu wrth edrych ar y sgorfwr, ddo ystyried falle lle o'n nhw'n seicolegol?
Fi'n credu... Sa'n credu bod nhw o'r siwmedig, fi'n credu welle yn feddyliol, ond nhw'n welle meddwl gallai hwn digwydd, wedi wneud 8 newid, meddwl am gêm wythnos nesaf, siŵr o'n nhw'n hyderus bod nhw'n gallu bennu yn y ddau erbyn diwedd y tymor. Ond hefyd, mae lot o gwersi gallen nhw disgu o'r gêm na yn symud mlaen, achos fi'n siŵr gewn nhw cyfle i chwarae yn erbyn Casnewydd eto tymor hyn.
Siwr, fyddwn ni yn gwylio'r gêm na fyd. Ond rhaid, digon o gêmau i chi cyn hynny ar S4C dros y penwythnos. Dwy gêm yn y bencampwriaeth rygbi unedig. Gweilch yn erbyn y Lions, Munster yn erbyn rygbi Caerdydd. A wedyn dwy gêm i chi ar sgorio y cynta'n cychwyn fore am hanner wedi 12. Ond fel wedodd Steph tybed, a dyma fydd y ddau dîm byddwn ni'n gweld yn y ffeinol. Bydd rhaid ni aros am hynny, achos mae hen ddigon i ddod ar yr Indigo Prem yn ystod mis Ebrill. Diolch yn fawr. Nos da.
Yr Indigo Prem yn mis Ebrill.
Quins Caerfyrddin yn erbyn
Llandovery. Llandovery yn erbyn Pontypool. Llandovery yn erbyn Penybon.